Live from Maverick Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As tonight's the last of a two-game series, and it's the final home game of the regular season as the Grizzlies take on the Tahoe Knight Monsters. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's Fan Appreciation Night here at Maverick Center as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Tahoe Knight Monsters for the 10th and final time this season. Utah's had a decent amount of success against Tahoe this year as they have won 3 in a row against the Knight Monsters. Utah is 4-4-1 against Tahoe this season. Last night, the Grizzlies came away with a 4-3 victory. There were a couple scoring changes that we'll get to here in a little bit. Tahoe scored the first goal last night, 44 seconds into the game. Tahoe had a 1-0 lead after one period. The Knight Monsters outshot the Grizzlies 13-4 in the first period. Utah got on the board, 5:19 into the second as Luke Manning got his 14th of the year. Garrett Pike picked up an assist. Tahoe tied it up a minute and a half later as Luke Adam got his 17th of the year. Anthony Collins and Isaac Johnson picked up the assists. Grizzlies got a 5-on-3 power play goal scored by Derek Dashke, 12:28 into the second, with Connors and Messner getting the assists. Then Riley Connors gave Utah a 3-2 lead. He scored on a power play 50 seconds in. Masha Donato and Messner picked up the assists. The goal that turned out to be the game winner, they actually changed the goal score. Originally, it was Mick Messner picking it up for Utah, but instead, it was determined that Riley Connors redirected it. So Connors ended up with 2 goals and 1 assist for the night. On the Connors goal, 18:02 into the third period, Messner and Lepster picked up the assists. Utah was outstanding in the special teams department as they went 3 for 4 on the power play, and they were 5 for 6 on the penalty kill, but it was 5 straight penalty kills for the Grizzlies before Tahoe scored a 6-on-4 power play goal with 29 seconds left in regulation. That was Sloan Stanik's 20 minutes. That was with 29 seconds left in regulation. So Utah held on for a 4-3 victory as they came away with 2 standings points. And for the Grizzlies, it was their 23rd victory of the season, and in 21 of the 23 wins, Utah scored 4 or more goals. And interestingly enough, in the 2 games that Utah did not score 4 or more in a victory, both of those were Matt Araujo game winners, and those are both on the road. So we'll see what happens here this evening. We got a different goaltending matchup. Vinny Duplessis will get the start for the Grizzlies. For the Tahoe Knight Monsters, it will be Jordan Paperny. He's had an outstanding year as Paperny has a record of 15-7-2-1. He has 3 shutouts and a .918 save percentage. Well, it's the final home game of the regular season. We got a good crowd filing in here for Fan Appreciation Night. And when we come back to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, we will talk about some of the highlights for the home season. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Welcome back to the Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-offs in about 17 minutes from now. If you're in the West Valley area, come on out and join us for Fan Appreciation Night. Final home game of the regular season. Utah will be on the road in Rapid City for games next Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. There's a lot of fun moments and memories for the 2024-25 season. I think back to Teddy Bear Toss Night, where a team record 5,393 teddy bears were tossed as the Grizzlies picked up a victory over the Tahoe Knight Monsters. Grizzlies did have a stretch where they went 5-1 over 6 home games, including 2 victories against Tahoe. They split a 2-game set against Rapid City, and then the Grizzlies swept the Kansas City Mavericks 2 straight at Maverick Center on January 10th and 11th, and that featured probably the save of the year as Jake Barczewski made an outstanding save in the second period on January 11th. On January 25th, we saw something that we had never seen in team history, and that is 7 goals in a single period, and that came against the Wichita Thunder. Grizzlies ended up with a 9-3 victory that night. The following Saturday on February 1st, Neil Shea scored an overtime game winner on Guns N' Hoses night. That was the biggest crowd of the regular season, as 9,375 were in the house to see the Grizzlies come away with a 4-3 victory. 2 weeks later, on fishing night, on February 15th, it was Derek Dashke scoring the overtime game winner as the Grizzlies came away with a 6-5 victory. And then you think back to last Saturday, where the Grizzlies won 7-6 in a shootout on retro night against the Allen Americans. I guess the theme about all the great moments that the Grizzlies had this season were that they all came on Saturdays. And that's certainly big, considering that the Grizzlies are 12-8 on Saturdays this season. They've been outstanding here on the Maverick Center ice on Saturdays this year. So maybe they're going to keep that trend going for the final Saturday of the home slate. In fact, the Grizzlies are 8-4 at home on Saturdays this season. So that bodes well for the Grizzlies. We'll see if Vinny Duplessis will get his third victory against Tahoe. He got back-to-back wins against the Knight Monsters in late December. He is 2-2 against Tahoe this season. We'll come back and talk some hockey. We'll talk about the Grizzlies players who are among league leaders in many statistical categories, and that includes Derek Dashke, who's been one of the best defensemen in the league. We're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Tahoe Knight Monsters meeting for the 10th and final time this regular season. For the Grizzlies, it's game 69 of 72. Utah's record of 23, 37, 6, and 2. Grizzlies have had some outstanding individual performances this season. You got to look at Derek Dashke. He scored the overtime game winner against Idaho on February 15th. In fact, he has 2 overtime game winners this year. There was a couple score adjustments. He does have 54 points this season as he scored 1 goal last night against the Tahoe Knight Monsters. Dashke is second in the league with 16 goals. That's second among league defensemen. He is also tied for the league lead among D-men with 9 power play goals. He is second among D-men with 179 shots on goal. Dashke is tied for second among league defensemen with 23 power play points. Dashke actually has 24 power play points on the season. There was a couple of scoring adjustments made in last night's game, and unfortunately Dashke had 2 assists taken away from him. But he's been one of the best defensemen in the league. He is 4th among league D-men with 40 assists on the season. Jake Barczewski will not get the start tonight. He was a little bit banged up early in the second period against Tahoe, but he stuck through it, and he had an outstanding game in net. Barczewski is actually third in the league with 1,070 saves. Bradley Woods had an outstanding rookie year. He is ninth among league rookies with 46 points, 20 goals, and 26 assists. Reed Lobster is 10th among rookies with 44 points, 19 goals, and 25 assists. He had 1 assist last night. And Griffin Ness is tied for second among league rookies with 3 shootout goals. One of those 3 came as a member of the Grizzlies. The first 2 were when he was a member of the Toledo Walleye. When we come back, we'll go over the lineups for both teams. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Welcome back to Maverick Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Tahoe Knight Monsters, who have a record of 40, 23, 4-1. They can clinch a playoff spot tonight with a victory and an Idaho loss in regulation. Idaho is taking on the Allen Americans. The Knight Monsters are in their first year of existence. They are led by Alex Lowe. He used to coach with Savannah and Adirondack, and he's done an outstanding job. I got to imagine Alex Lowe will get some votes for the league's Coach of the Year award. Last night it was Jesper Vikman getting the start in net. He picked up his 14th loss of the season. So tonight it's going to be Jordan Paperny, who's currently got an AHL contract with the Henderson Silver Knights. Paperny is 6'1" and 185 pounds. This will be his 27th appearance this season. He has a record of 15, 7, 2-1. Paperny has 3 shutouts with a 2.57 goals against average and a .918 save percentage. Paperny's a native of Edmonton, Alberta, and last season split time between the Savannah Ghost Pirates in this league and the AHL's Henderson Silver Knights. Vikman will be the backup. Tahoe is going with 12 forwards and 6 defensemen tonight. The starting defensive pairing for the Knight Monsters include Artur Cholach, who in 50 games this year has 7 goals and 15 assists and a +5 rating. And he'll be paired up with Brennan Kapchek, who in 60 games this season has 3 goals and 29 assists. Kapchek is a +25 to lead all active Tahoe players. So Cholach and Kapchek are the starting defensive pairing. We will see Kalen Taylor, who made his pro debut last night. He played at Clarkson University earlier this year. He'll be paired up with Nate Callan. And the third defensive pairing is going to be Adrian Bisson and Jake Johnson. Starting forwards for the Knight Monsters include Barry Hughes, who's back after serving a 2-game suspension. Hughes has 19 goals and 29 assists in 60 games. Simon Pinard leads Tahoe with 31 goals this season. He'll be in the starting lineup. And Sloan Stanek scored a goal with half a minute left in regulation last night. He has 27 goals and 45 assists in 66 games. That's the top forward line for Tahoe. Stanek, Hughes, and Pinard from left to right. Patrick Knowles going to be lined up with Logan Nelson and Jake McGrew. Third forward line is going to be the captain, Luke Adam, with Jet Jones and Joe Fleming. Fleming's on an NHL contract with Vegas. Fourth forward line is Troy Loggins with Cal Kafuk and Anthony Collins. Now for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, who are led by fourth-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich. The assistant coach is Christian Horn, who's in his second year with the club. Athletic trainer is Colin Lee, who's in his 5th season. The equipment manager is Jackson Hibbert, who's in his 2nd season in that role. The assistant equipment manager is DJ McFarland. Grizzlies have won 2 in a row. They're looking to make it 3 in a row. They have won 3 in a row against Tahoe dating back to late December. Vinny Duplessis picked up his first 2 professional victories against Tahoe in back-to-back nights on December 20th and 21st. So he's got 2 wins against Tahoe this season. Overall, Vinny has a record of 4-11-2-1 with an .865 save percentage and a 4.35 goals against average. Jake Barczewski is the backup. The starting defensive pairing, for my money, one of the better pairings in the league, at least over the last couple of weeks, is Garrett Pike is going to be paired up with Luke Lemaster. Lemaster has 1 goal in 12 games, and Pike has 1 goal and 8 assists in 15 games. We will see Derek Dashke paired up with Grant Gabriel. Gabriel's in his 2nd game as a Grizzly. Played 21 games with Toledo earlier this season. He also has some time in the AHL with the Cleveland Monsters. And the third defensive pairing for the Grizzlies will be Cooper Jones and Matt Arujo. Let's give me the same forward lines for the Grizzlies. The starters are going to be the line of Lepster, Mastrodonato, and Riley Connors. Connors had 2 goals and 1 assist last night. They had a scoring change, and the goal that was credited to Mick Messner late in regulation was changed as Riley Connors got a piece of it on a redirection, and Connors picked up his 2nd of the night and 3rd of the season. Mastrodonato has 18 goals and 28 assists in 49 games. And Reed Lepster has led the Grizzlies in points since February 1st. So that's going to be one of the forward lines for the Grizzlies. Mastrodonato, Lepster, and Connors will get the start. We will see Adam Berg paired up or lined up with Mick Messner and Griffin Ness. That trio is going to see a lot of ice time for the Grizzlies tonight. Luke Manning is going to be out there with Briley Wood and Evan Friesen. And the 4th forward line is going to be Dylan Fitz with Aaron Aragon and Josh Thrower. So it's the same 18 skaters that were in there last night for the Grizzlies. The only exception is Vinny Duplessis will get the start in net for the Grizzlies. Utah's been a hot team offensively as of late. They have 19 goals in their last 4 games. They're going up against a good goaltender in Jordan Paperny, who's a native of Edmonton, Alberta. Paperny's been around the block a little bit. He is 26 years old, 6'1", 185 pounds. Grizzlies tonight are wearing a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. Tahoe's in a white jersey, teal numbers, black on the shoulders with gold trim. They've got black pants with a little bit of teal and gold mixed in. It is a very sharp look. Tahoe's been an outstanding addition to the league, and they've got a winning club in their first season of existence. Good crowds filing in here on a Saturday night. And when we come back, we will have face-off, but we want to support longtime Grizzlies fan Cameron True, also known as Bam Bam's. You know Bam Bam's Barbecue over in Orem, which is an outstanding food establishment. Cameron had a snowboarding accident, and he is in a battle, but he is an outstanding Grizzlies fan. He's been a great Grizzlies supporter for many years, and we want to support Bam Bam. And we hope that everything's going to go well with him and his family. And hopefully he will have a full recovery. And hopefully we'll see Bam Bam at some Grizzlies games for the upcoming 2025-26 season. When we come back, we'll have face-off on the other side. It's the Grizzlies and the Tahoe Knight Monsters. It's Fan Appreciation Night here at Maverick Center. It's the regular season home finale. You're tuned in to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. Let's have our national anthem here on a Saturday night.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line. It's fan appreciation night here at Maverick Center as the Utah Grizzlies are looking for their 14th victory here at home this season. The two captains, Luke Adam for Utah, or Luke Adam for Tahoe, and Mick Messner for the Grizzlies with the ceremonial puck drop. A little bit less eventful here tonight. We had a marriage proposal last night with Flocka, who works in the Grizzlies office, as Quincy dropped on one knee, and Flocka was about as surprised as anybody could ever be. But congratulations to Quincy and Flocka. They're going to get married at some point in the near future. On Flow Sports, hopefully they'll turn to the action on the ice. We can see some live hockey here at Maverick Center as I'm sitting high atop section 114. We got a good Saturday night crowd. We had the second largest home crowd of the regular season as 8,142 saw the Grizzlies get a 4-3 victory over the Tahoe Knight Monsters. Utah will start out with a forward line of Masher Donato with Webster and Connors. Connors had 2 goals and 1 assist last night. Pike and Lemaster, the defensive pairing. Barry Hughes back after a 2-game suspension. He'll take the draw for Tahoe. He's out there with Sloan Stanek and Simon Pinard. Draw won by Tahoe. They escape from left to right as Cholach will move it ahead. He's paired up with Brennan Kapchek as Tahoe will sky it into their own zone. Cholach chases after it. He gets there before Lebster. Cholach shields Lebster from the puck and he'll guide it ahead. Pinard, right side, he'll drive it in as Lemaster gets pushed in the back by Hughes. Tahoe feeds out to Pinard off his stick to Kapchek. He'll roll it to the left side as it goes to Sloan Stanek. And Stanek will whip it around the boards. Hughes behind the net. Sorry, pass shot and a score. Stanek to Pinard to the back of the net. Last night, Tahoe scored 44 seconds in. And tonight, 32 seconds into the contest, it's Simon Pinard getting his team leading 32nd of the year. And the Knight Monsters take a 1-0 lead. But one of the best forward lines in the league combining a goal as Hughes just fed it out in front to a cutting Pinard. As Pinard fired away in front of Lemaster. Just like that, 32 seconds in, Tahoe leads 1-0. Pinard with the goal, Hughes and Sloan Stanek with the assists. So the Knight Monsters score in their first shift of the game. Grizzlies get to center ice and Derek Dashke lofts it in. As Tahoe ices the puck with no icing called. Grant Gabriel, the Ohio State product, head towards Griffin Ness. A Knight Monster goes crashing along the far boards. Messer gets the puck. He'll let Dashke play it. Dashke a goal last night. Right wing lefty shot. Glove saved by Jordan Paperny. And he will hold on as Dashke takes Utah's first shot of the game. And that's certainly something that is common here as Dashke is second among league defensemen in shots on goal with 179. Messner will take the drives out there with Ness and Berg. And the defensive pairing is Gabriel and Dashke. Both teams have one shot. Tahoe scored 32 seconds in with Pinard as they lead 1-0. Grizzlies win the draws. Berg shields his way from Logan Nelson. Berg back behind Tahoe's net as Messner lets it go towards the near corner. Messner feeds up top to Dashke. Directs it to the left side for Ness. Ness dances around, skates towards Dashke now. Feed it back towards the left corner. Centering pass out towards Gabriel. Taps off a stick, taps off a Paperny. And the Knight Monsters clear it back to center. Berg bounced it in like a basketball here on this Final Four Saturday as Tahoe back behind their net, skating from left to right. Kalen Taylor loses his balance. Wood centers out to Manning. He'll take a lefty shot. And it goes just wide as he, it looked like he missed the net. Paperny might have gotten a piece of it with his left pad. Tahoe gets the puck. As Knight Monsters new tries will bounce off the glass. Joe Fleming gets it back off the glass. He'll throw it towards the Grizzlies bench, but the puck ended up in the Utah zone. And so offside is called. 18:20 left in the first. Just the start of things, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy part of Saturday with us. Looks like the weather's going to be pretty nice here in the Salt Lake Valley next week. It also looks like it's going to be nice over in Rapid City next week, where the Grizzlies are going to be for a 3-game series. Dates of that series are going to be April 9th, 11th, and 12th. Tahoe wins the draw, and dumping it in is Jake Johnson, number 23. The other Johnson, Isaac Johnson, is a scratch. He got hurt late in the third period last night. Johnson knifes it away from Manning. Tahoe enters. Jet Jones, right side, will take a lefty shot that's blocked. Fleming will bounce one towards the far circle. Now he tried to pivot towards the net, and it goes wide. Utah will slide it towards Duplessis, and he covers up. After the whistle, Cooper Jones taking it up with Luke Adam, the former Buffalo Sabre and Columbus Blue Jacket. Jones and Adam talks things over. Last season meeting between the clubs, Utah's won 3 in a row against Tahoe, and whatever beef you got against somebody on the other side, you got to settle it here tonight. So Duplessis makes his first save of the game. Luke Adam kind of jabbed at Duplessis, and Cooper Jones took up for his goaltender. Draw's going to be over in the left circle. We played 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The Knight Monsters have a 1-0 lead. Draw won by Tahoe. They get up top. High slot. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Duplessis. Finney holds on. Shot was taken by Jake Johnson, who has 4 goals and 17 assists in 59 games. Grizzlies have the defensive pairing of Cooper Jones and Matt Arujo. Both players have been solid for the Grizzlies over the last couple months. They've been great midseason additions. Jones came over in a trade with Jacksonville a few months ago, and Matt Arujo was acquired in late February in a trade with Rapid City. Tahoe wins the draw. Luke Adam, high slot. He'll take a lefty shot that goes over Duplessis. Adam puts a dent into the glass as Jones, a Tahoe Knight Monster player, goes flying. Jones will dump it in. Wood chasing after it, but the Grizzlies are called for icing with 17:37 left in the first. It's game 69 of the regular season for both clubs. Tahoe can clinch a playoff spot with a victory, and Idaho needs to lose in regulation. Idaho is at Allen, where the Americans have lost 13 straight home games. It's interesting to see a lot of power plays last night. Tahoe has the least amount of penalties and penalty minutes in the league. League best 8.93 penalty minutes per game. Knight Monsters towards the right corner. They get pushed by Evan Freese, number 25. Dancing around is Cal Kafuk, who didn't play last night. Kafuk in 29 games has 1 goal and 4 assists. As the player gets bounced towards the far corner, and that was Freese, and he'll come off the ice. Puck in the Tahoe zone near boards. As they get it out to neutralize, Josh Thrower knocks down a Knight Monster. As Thrower, a very physical player, 6'2" and 225 pounds. We played 3 minutes. Tahoe leads 1-0. Knight Monsters right winging out towards Collins at center ice, and he'll drive it into the left corner. Knight Monsters make a full line change. Grizzlies spread the ice. Fitz is out there with Thrower and Aragon. Aaron Aragon's family having a party. And it looks like they're all tuned into this game. Out to center ice. Aragon will move it towards the right side for Thrower at the Tahoe line. Aragon gets it back. Lemaster gets it knifed away. Pinard, who's already got a goal tonight, skates towards the left circle. Take a lefty shot that goes wide. Nate Callan pushes it back towards Pinard, who skates towards the high slide, trying to throw it back to Callan. Is picked off by Fitz. Dylan Fitz, over 200 games of the Grizzlies. He'll helicopter up from center ice. It's gloved by Paperny, and he will hold on as the whistle blows with 16:21 left in the first. So a good shift by Fitz, Aragon, and Thrower. They both come off. And it's the second shift for Webster, Connors, and Mastrodonato. The Maestro had 1 assist last night. He has 18 goals and 29 assists in 49 games. Fans still filing in here. Got a pretty good crowd, not nearly as big as what we had last night, where the announced attendance was 8,142. Tahoe gets the puck after winning the draw. They skate over the offensive line. 3-on-4. They look to center it towards Hughes. It's picked up by Riley Connors, who plays a strong two-way game. He'll get to Gabriel. Trying to get it back to Connors. It's taken away by Tahoe. Second pass, Pinard, lefty shot. And that's sticked away by Dashke. And Dashke clears it all the way to center. Well, he's been one of the best defensemen in the league. For my money, he should be first or second team all-league. Stanek dumps in as he ricochets it off the near boards. Gabriel throws it towards the right point. Johnson keeps it in. He'll fire a lefty shot that's gloved by Duplessis. Dashke keeps his head up, and he'll slide it to his left. As Gabriel gets the puck, he'll skate in. Left side, stops at the point, and he'll throw it past Jake Johnson. As the Knight Monsters throw it towards the far corner. Webster and Messner pulled up a Knight Monsters. Patrick Newell has the puck pinned towards the boards. Newell had a goal in the first period last night. Troy Loggins will spin it towards the left side. Dashke collides with Newell. Newell throws it out to center ice looking for Logan Nelson. Dashke trying to shovel it in. He collided with Jake McGrew, who might be the fastest of all the Knight Monsters. Tahoe out to center ice. Nelson tried to knife it ahead towards McGrew. It's taken away by Dashke. Dashke gets it sticked away. Tahoe skates in, left circle. Dashke with a great poke check as he knocked it away from Patrick Newell. As a 2-on-2 battle over in the far corner, deep in the Grizzlies zone. Dashke will spin it to Pike, who's behind Duplessis' net. Duplessis in net. Barcheski's the backup. We'll get it figured out at some point. Messner over to Ness, right side back to Messner. He was at the far goal line, trying to get it on a tough angle. He gets bounced towards the boards with the Knight Monster. Paperny covers up. 14:41 left in the first. So good few hard-working shifts by the Grizzlies. We talk about a hard-working group. That's the forward line of Griffin Ness, Mick Messner, and Adam Berg. Berg has certainly had a hard-working season, 6 goals and 10 assists in 46 games. Mick Messner, the Grizzlies captain, they did take the goal away from him late in regulation, but he still has 16 goals and 24 assists on the year. Tahoe gets the puck. They'll throw it towards the near side. Action still in the Tahoe zone. Now it slides out to center ice. Lemaster will pitch it in, but not all the way deep along the Tahoe backboards as Kapchek took it. They'll get to Cholach. Will slide it out to center ice. Garrett Pike will bounce one towards the near wing wall. Manny gets cut off. Puck goes to Friesen, who throws it behind Briley Wood, who was cutting towards Tahoe's net. Knight Monsters back behind their own zone. We played about 6 minutes. Knight Monsters still lead 1-0. As Simone Pinard scored 32 seconds in with Hughes and Stanek gained the assist. Knight Monsters will guide it out towards the far side. Now they'll bounce it to center ice as Jones drops off for Jet Jones. Jones from Adam. Jones with a lefty shot saved by Duplessis. Cooper Jones gets out towards Manning. Across to Araujo wearing number 27, and he will fly across center ice. He fires onto Paperny, who gloves it chest high and immediately drops it to keep the play alive. Tahoe crosses center ice as Kalen Taylor gets around everybody, skates towards left circle. His shot is blocked away by Cooper Jones' stick. Callan moves it across, now to the left side. Cal Kafuk will spin it around the boards. Kafuk, a native of Michigan. Now right side, Nate Callan, righty shot saved by Duplessis. Rebound goes to Josh Thrower. He'll skip it ahead. Puck is picked off by Callan at center ice. He'll move it to his right for Collins. Collins trying to center it towards Callan. It's bounced by Josh Thrower. Puck slides towards Fitz, who gets it 5 feet in front of Duplessis. He'll skate around Utah's net. He'll skate out to center ice. Johnson collides with Aragon. Johnson gets the puck and he'll dump it in deep as Duplessis plays behind his net. He gets DeRouge on the near side. Matt Araujo ahead to Fitz at neutral ice. Fitz gets around Johnson. Strong with the puck, 3-on-2. Fitz the left circle. Centers out towards Aragon, but the pass is wide of the mark as Barrick Hughes had cut off Aragon's pursuit. 3-on-2 the other way. Stanek, left circle. He'll take a lefty shot, saved by Duplessis. And we get a whistle as Gabriel and Duplessis in the area. And it looks like a penalty is going to be called. Well, I'm not sure. The referee skating towards neutral ice. Looks like we'll skate 5-on-5 as Duplessis made a save. 12:45 left in the first period. Tahoe leads 1-0. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Knight Monsters 1, Grizzlies 0. Tahoe's outshot Utah 5-4. Draws going to be over in the left circle of the Grizzlies zone. Good Saturday night crowd. Had a lot of big crowds here at Maverick Center this season. Utah wins the draw. Gabriel to Dashke moves to the near side for Webster. Across to Gabriel. Grizzlies skate from right to left during the first period as we see it from section 114. Tahoe takes it back. Webster plays soccer, kicking off his skate. Tahoe enters down the middle of the ice. Pinard will guide it towards the left point. Knight Monsters lefty shot saved by Duplessis. Rebound goes between the legs of Riley Connors. Webster gets the puck. He'll bounce it off the shin of Connors. Puck back to Neutrice. Webster collects it. He'll slide it back towards the Grizzlies bench for Grant Gabriel. As Grizzlies spread the ice, Gabriel head to Webster. Stops around the Grizzlies logo at center ice. No move it is right. Grizzlies enter. Right side. Connors righty shot saved by Paperny. Both teams now have 5 shots on goal. As a Grizzly goes down, Tahoe will spin it across. Actually, Tahoe's up to 6 shots. Stanek will skip it in like it's a rock on a pond. Duplessis will get it to Dashke, who skates down the middle of the ice. Dashke, the Miami of Ohio product, gets around McGrew. Skates in. He'll drop it to his left for Ness. Ness centers to Messner. Will skate towards his left. He'll get it up top to Pike. Back to Messner. Left point. Lefty shot. Saved by Paperny. And he holds on as both teams are up to 6 shots on goal. 11:38 left in the first period, and the Knight Monsters lead 1-0. Messner had a pretty good look. He has played in every game for the Grizzlies this season. Messner and Briley Wood have appeared in all 69 games. For Mick Messner, this is consecutive game number 146. Messner to the left side after the Grizzlies win the face-off. They'll spin it around. Griffin Ness chasing after it, but the Knight Monsters cleared out to center ice. Pass to the center ice. Logo's picked off by Messner. Gets to Ness over the line, but Ness has a glance off his stick. Logan Nelson off the near boards. It goes towards Jake McGrew. McGrew trying to spin it, and he was looking for a teammate, and it's picked up by Pike. He'll guide it across to LeMaster. LeMaster fakes it to Pike. He'll skate to his left. He gets around McGrew, gets the center ice, and he'll dump it in. As LeMaster got hit pretty hard by Brennan Kapchek. LeMaster will skate towards the bench, replaced by Cooper Jones. Knight Monsters roll it towards the near side. Araujo collects it at the Utah line. He's paired up with Jones, and he has been over the last couple weeks. Araujo behind his net. We played just over 9 minutes. 1-0 Tahoe. As Araujo will move to his left for Wood, who steps over the line with ease. Wood trying to center it. Bounced off a Tahoe stick. Knight Monsters roll it past Briley Wood. Puck goes back to Neutrice. Joe Fleming on an NHL contract. He'll move it to his left. Adam will skate towards the left circle. Lefty shot blocker saved by Duplessis. Manning will throw it behind his net for Araujo, the former Rapid City skater. He also has some time in the SPHL. Head to Wood across center ice. Wood, the first-year pro, played with the Wenatchee Wild last year. Gets towards Friesen, who gets bounced over in the near corner. Friesen and Wood were teammates in the WHL last season. Puck up top to Dashke. Left side. His shot gets redirected by Manning, and it goes wide. Grizzlies get to the near goal line. Friesen will collect it up top to Dashke. Dashke shoulder fakes. Now he gets to Friesen. He'll move it to the high slot. Gabriel will throw it towards Manning. Was expecting a one-timer. Manning now collects it in the right corner. He'll spin it around Tahoe's net. The Knight Monsters will get it off the stick of Joe Fleming. Fleming's a pretty good-sized guy at 6'2", 207 pounds. Might be the strongest of the Knight Monsters. Puck goes towards the near corner in the Tahoe zone. As Webster gets pushed by Callan. Webster gets it back to Mastrodonato. Up top to Dashke, across to Pike. Pike will pedal towards the high slot, and he'll guide it towards his right. Webster will take a righty shot, saved by Paperny. He holds on with 9:28 left in the first period. Both teams are up to 7 shots each. Grizzlies on the year average 31.5 shots per game. That's in the middle of the pack in the league. They're 27th in the 2019 league by allowing 34.7 shots per game. Fans making some noise here on Fan Appreciation Night. First 1,500 fans got a team poster at the front, right there near the team store where fans enter. Connors will take the drives out there with Lupser and Mastrodonato. And the draw won by the Knight Monsters. As they'll tap it off the far glass. Mastrodonato at center ice gets it, and he'll push it back to Pike. Pike will zip it to center ice for Webster. Webster will feed it to his right for Connors, who gets the right point, and Connors will bounce it off the end boards. As Loggins roll it to the far side. As a Knight Monster gets spun around. LeMaster and Connors battle with a couple Tahoe players. Puck towards the far corner. Knight Monsters will skip it ahead. Puck ricochets back at the line. It's kept in by Utah's Mastrodonato. Now Tahoe will skide over Mastrodonato and Collins' head. We get a whistle. High sticking's a call as Tahoe got hit up top. Riley Connors argues the case, but he's going to go to the box. So Tahoe will get the first power play of the game. Riley Connors gets 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of penalty is 11:05 into the contest. Call is made by former league defenseman Coltrane Wilson. In fact, there's 2 referees tonight, Coltrane Wilson and Austin Rook. The linesmen are Tyler Keston and Colin Kleinendorf. So draws going to be over in the left circle. Tahoe was 1 for 6 on the power play last night. And for the season, they are 19.1% of the power play. Left side, Tahoe will get it towards the goal line. Now back up top. Kapchek will spin it towards the left circle. And Stanek will feed it towards Hughes. They'll take a righty shot, saved by Duplessis. A lot of action in front of the crease. Great job by the Grizzlies. Mastrodonato and Messner in particular, boxing out Tahoe players as Duplessis was able to cover up in the crease. 8:39 left in the first period. 1:44 is left in Tahoe's first power play of the game. We're talking about the 4-3 victory over Tahoe last night. Grizzlies really got the job done in the special teams department. They were 3 for 4 on the power play, and they were 5 for 5 on the penalty kill until Tahoe scored a 6-on-4 power play goal with 29 seconds left in regulation. Drog goes all the way past Kapchek and deep into the Tahoe zone. Knight Monsters skate from left to right. Brennan Kapchek, last season played with the Newfoundland Growlers. Rest in peace. Kapchek out to center ice. He'll drop it back for Stanek, who guides it right for Hughes. Hughes to Stanek down the middle of the ice. He stops, reverses back towards the high slot. Now he slides towards the left point. He'll feed it across to Pinard. Pinard directs it up top. Kapchek on the right point. Across to Stanek. He'll push it towards the far circle. Hughes gets the puck, centers it. Jet Jones swings and misses. Puck goes up top. It stays in with Kapchek. We'll get it to Pinard, who skates towards the right point. Pinard feeds it to Jones, who's trying to get it across to Stanek, and it's sticked away by a Grizzly. Tahoe has it back as they skate towards the left side. Now across to Pinard. He dances around towards the high slot, shuffles his feet. Now he gets to Stanek on the right side near the boards. Stanek gets to Jet Jones behind Tahoe's net. Right wing to Hughes. He'll take a righty shot, saved by Duplessis about shoulder high. Puck goes towards Pinard. He'll skate towards the left corner. Now up top to Kapchek. 35 seconds left in the power play. Over the left side, centering pass, lefty shot. And blocker saved by Duplessis. Hughes gets pushed to the boards by Lemaster. Lemaster bouncing off the Messner. It stays in as Stanek took it away from the captain. Stanek over to the right side. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Duplessis. Puck ricochets towards the near wing wall. Mastrodonato gets it. And he will clear it all the way out. But Bernie plays it in the far circle. Grizzlies change things up, and so do the Knight Monsters. 6 seconds left in the power play. Tahoe will left wing a pass. It glanced off the stick as Newell gets pushed by Berg. Berg clears the neutral ice. Coming out of the penalty box is Riley Connors. Utah's the perfect 1-for-1 on the penalty kill tonight. Tahoe still leads 1-0. Nelson enters, right point. His righty shot's blocked away by Duplessis. Puck goes over to the left corner as Tahoe gets pushed by Cooper Jones. Knight Monsters dance around. Logan Nelson over the left wing. Fires towards the net. Duplessis will collect it and hold on a low liner about ankle high. It's one of those. Nelson just trying to fire something on net. Maybe surprising the Grizzlies goaltender. But tonight, Vinny Duplessis has been alive, awake, and alert. And after allowing a goal on his first shot, he saved 6 in a row. First period, Tahoe had a strong shot advantage of 13-4. So far, Tahoe has 11 shots to the Grizzlies 7. So it's actually 10 straight that Duplessis has saved after the first goal was scored by Simon Pinard 32 seconds in. Tahoe wins the draw. Newell will feed it to the far goal line. Centering pass goes past a cutting Jake McGrew. Grizzlies will clear it off the near wing boards. Puck goes back to neutral ice. Knight Monsters get it to McGrew. He'll left wing it out as Logan Nelson skates in. He's played over 70 games against the Grizzlies all time. Wood clears it out to center ice. Knight Monsters will move it across. Jake Johnson. He will fire a cross-ice pass angle left that goes tape to tape. Knight Monsters over the line as Newell gets taken off the puck by a Grizzly. Good defensive work by Evan Friesen, who's going to be a good rookie next season. Troy Loggins gets taken off the puck by Manning. Friesen will push it back to Araujo deep in the Grizzlies zone. 5:45 on a moving clock, first period. Tahoe leads 1-0. They've outshot the Grizzlies 11-7. Tahoe gets up top to Johnson there in the attack zone. Across, Adrian Bisson. He fires towards the net and is blocked by Arujo. Puck goes towards the near corner. Jones gets to Aragon. It will tap it off the glass. It goes over the head of Jake Johnson. So Knight Monsters get it back to Johnson. He's in the near circle. He'll tattoo it off the near boards. Thrower gets to Fitz near the Grizzlies bench. Fitz sidesteps a check abyss on him, but he loses the puck to Fitz. Left wing pass is off a stick. Grant Gabriel will fire it off the boards. Puck bounces at new trice. Aragon collects it. 1-on-3. He'll dump it in. Fitz will come off. Thrower will chase after the puck. Now the Knight Monsters collect it, and Aragon will skate off the ice for a change. Knight Monsters throw it deep in their own zone. Cap check will run after it, along with Artur Cholach. Cholach, a native of Ukraine. He played with Sioux Falls last season in the USHL, first-year pro. Webster centers it to Masher Donato, who goes off his stick. Cap check will pitchfork it ahead. Puck slides ahead. Dashke racing after it, and icing is on the Knight Monsters. There's 4:35. That's the time remaining first period. Tahoe's outshot Utah 11-7. I mentioned during the pregame show some of our favorite memories of the home slate this season. If you look at one specific moment, I kind of think back to the teddy bear toss night. There was a team record 5,393 teddy bears. The Grizzlies came away with a 6-4 victory over the Tahoe Knight Monsters. In that game, Brian Yoon scored a big insurance goal, and the Grizzlies certainly played well that weekend as they won 2 out of 3 games against the Knight Monsters. Utah has the puck. Dashke in his own zone. Grizzlies skate from right to left. Webster gets to Gabriel, who will skip it across to Dashke. Dashke outlets it. Long-range pass towards Connors off his stick. That's taken by Nate Cowan, who rolls it behind his net. As the Knight Monsters, Kalen Taylor rolls it along the far wing wall. Dashke will chase after it. He leads the league in minutes per game. Over 26 minutes per game for Dashke. He'll get it to Webster. Back to Gabriel wearing number 29. He'll sprint out to center ice. No push to his left for Dashke. Steps over the line. Left point, lefty shot. Glove saved by Paperny. He will hold on with 3:52 left in the first. Tahoe still leads 1-0. They had a 1-goal lead after one period in last night's game as well. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
3 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first period. Tahoe leads 1-0. Simone Pinard scored 32 seconds in on a great feed from Sloan Stanek, who was standing behind the net. Messner's out there with Ness and Berg. As puck bounces off a few sticks off the draw, Ness will get it up top, right side to Gabriel, take a righty shot, and that's blocked away. Paperny doesn't know where it is, but it's out of play off the protective netting. 3:42 is left in the first. It's Gabriel's second game as a Grizzly. He spent 21 games earlier this season with the Toledo Walleye, where he had 3 goals and 6 assists. Gabriel appeared in 15 games with the AHL's Cleveland Monsters, where he had 4 penalty minutes. So Grizzlies are up to 8 shots. Tahoe's taken 11, but the 8 shots are double what the Grizzlies had on Friday night, where they just had 4 shots to Tahoe's 13. Same 3 forwards on the ice with Dashke and Gabriel. Puck slides up top. Dashke runs it down to neutral ice. He'll dump it in. Berg was still in the Tahoe zone, delayed offside. Knight Monsters get it. Tahoe skates from left to right here in the period. They get it out to center ice for Luke Adam, their captain. Ahead to Joe Fleming, left wing. He'll drop it off. Sharp angle shot saved by Duplessis as Jones tried to kind of finesse his way around Duplessis and slide it, maybe hoping that it bounced off of his ankle towards the net. But Duplessis was able to collect it. 3:24 is left in the first, and after allowing a goal 32 seconds in, Duplessis has saved 11 in a row. Vinny Duplessis 2-2 against Tahoe this year. He picked up his first professional win as he saved 34 of 37 on December 20th. And then the next night, Duplessis saved 24 of 28 in a 6-4 victory. Draw one by the Knight Monsters are in the offensive zone. Left wing, lefty shot. Glove saved by Duplessis as he crouched down and caught it about shoulder high. That shot was taken by, I think, Troy Loggins. It might have actually been Adrian Bisson, number 8. Bisson has 1 goal and 11 assists in 40 games this season. Draws back in the left circle. Evan Friesen will take it for the Grizzlies against Logan Nelson. Nelson, former Rapid City forward, and he's given the Grizzlies fits over the years. Over to the left point, lefty shot, saved by Duplessis about ankle high. He snatched it. Shot was taken by Jake Johnson, the Bloomington, Minnesota native who played last season with Fort Wayne. Boy, Duplessis alive, awake, and alert. He's got everything going here tonight. Draw's going to be back in the Grizzlies zone. Riley Connors will take it, and he's going to be a solid addition next season to wherever he plays. And the Grizzlies are certainly hoping that Connors will play with the Grizzlies next season. Riley Connors played at St. Lawrence University this year and had 2 goals and 7 assists in 35 games. Tahoe with the shot that was saved by Duplessis. Grizzlies come back the other way. Pike towards the right corner as he collides with a Knight Monster. Puck towards the right side. Mastrodonato, righty shot saved by Paperny. That was a blast from the Maestro as he's looking for his 19th goal of the season. Tahoe dumps it in. Lubster chasing after it. He avoids a check, but he goes down. Penalty is going to be on Tahoe. Lemaster towards the far corner as he will sky it towards the heavens. Puck bounces in the Knight Monster zone. Icing is going to be called on Utah, but it is going to be a Tahoe penalty as Logan Nelson gets 2 minutes for tripping. Boy, Lubster tried to jump out of the way to avoid the check, but Nelson did get a piece of him. And so the Grizzlies' power play will go to work tonight. And the power play has been about as impressive as it's been all season. Utah is 8 for 19 on the power play over the last 4 games. It is a classic trip, not with the stick, but with the right knee, as Nelson knocked down Lubster. Time of Logan Nelson's penalty is 17:21 into the first period. Grizzlies have Messner taking the drives out there with Connors and Lubster. Up top is Dashke and Mastrodonato. Derek Dashke and Mastrodonato are tied for the club lead with 15 power play assists. Utah wins the draw. Dashke will dance around. He gets it to Lubster left wing. Lubster will feed it back towards Dashke. Dashke will saucer it over to Mastrodonato, right point of skate towards the right circle. The Maestro skate towards the right goal line. Now he skates around Tahoe's net. He'll bounce off a Knight Monster ankle. Webster gets it back to Mastrodonato near goal line. He shuffles his feet behind Tahoe's net. Now he surveys back and forth, dangling with the puck. He'll move it to his right from Messner. Feeds up top to Dashke. Dashke will slug one towards the right side. Mastrodonato will fake it to Dashke. He keeps his head up. The Maestro, second-year product, Canisius, will bounce one to Dashke. Over to Lubster, one-timer, and he swings and misses. Connors will get it back to Lubster. He's in the near corner. Lubster fakes it to Dashke, dances around. Reed Lubster, 19 goals this season. One shy of the team lead with Briley Wood across to Mastrodonato as he fakes to Messner. Now Mastrodonato gets to Messner on the right point. Up top to Dashke. Dashke shoulder fakes. Now he gets to Mastrodonato. Right side, ready shot goes just wide. Lubster gets the puck near goal line. He fires towards the net and is blocked away. Knight Monsters will tap it off the near glass. The puck hit the opposite center ice. Dashke back towards the Grizzlies bench. Tahoe had 5 on the ice. Dashke tried to throw it to a Knight Monster who jumped over the boards. Now Tahoe gets it and they'll sky it out. Duplessis out of his net, and he will clear it all the way to center ice and beyond. It goes deep in the Knight Monster zone. No icing on the play. As Tahoe, long-range feed over to Jake McGrew. It goes past him, but Tahoe's shorthanded, so it didn't matter if he got a piece of it or not. Less than 30 seconds left in Utah's power play and about a minute left in the first period. Knight Monsters still lead 1-0. Manning over center ice, skates in. He'll get it to Berg left point. He'll drop it for Pike. Pike to Berg. He's in the left corner, back up top to Pike, across to Wood, who has 6 power play goals this season. Over to Pike in the high slot. He'll fire towards his left for Ness. Ness back to Pike. One-timer. That goes wide. Wood gets the bouncing puck. He's in the left wing. He'll skeet towards a point. He'll drop it for Pike. Power plays over. Nelson's out of the box. Wood up top. He'll fire righty slap shot that goes wide. Stick side on Paperny. Pike tried to get up top, and Nelson took it away. Nelson left wings it out to Jet Jones at new tries. Jones skates in. Centers out to Nelson. Nelson had glance off his skate. Duplessis gets the puck, and he'll kick it over to Berg. Berg will sky it towards the Tulsa line. Knight Monsters out to center ice. Manning will bounce one left wing to Fitz, who drops it for Dashke over the line. Dashke's second full season in this league. Over to Aragon. We'll get to Friesen late in the period. 5 seconds left. Friesen surrounded by 2 Knight Monsters. Tahoe clears it to center off the far wing wall, and that will do it for 20 minutes. As Luke Adam and Dylan Fitz with a push and a shove of Adam right at the buzzer near the bench area at center ice. Both teams will stare each other down. We'll see if we'll see some physical action in the second period. Well, last night, Tahoe had a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play, and that's what we have here this evening. Tahoe with 16 shots. Grizzlies have 9. Both teams lingering at new tries, and referee Austin Rook is pleading with the Grizzlies to head to their locker room. And Coltrane Wilson's pleading with the Knight Monsters to go to their locker room as well. The Grizzlies have played well against Tahoe this season, and in particular, they played well in second period. So we'll see what happens in the middle frame. Good crowd here on a Saturday night, as a lot of people are headed for the concession stands. A lot of great items at the concession stands, and that includes poutine. I had it last night. It was outstanding, and poutine's well priced as well. And the fries are warm. The poutine's outstanding. If you come to a Grizzlies game next season, or if you just come to an event here at Maverick Center this summer, I would recommend getting the poutine. There's some great burgers as well, some good pizza options. There's a lot of great stuff here at Maverick Center in the concession stands. When we come back, we'll recap the first period, and we'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports. It's Tahoe 1, Utah 0, as a lone goal was scored 32 seconds in by Simon Pinard, with Barry Hughes and Sloan Stanek getting the assists. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
After 20 minutes here at Maverick Center, the Tahoe Knight Monsters lead the Utah Grizzlies 1-0. It's the first shot of the game where Simon Pinard scored his 32nd of the year with Barry Hughes, and Sloan Stanek gained the assist. Interestingly enough, last night, Tahoe scored on their first shot of the game, and that was 44 seconds in. And with that, it was Jake McGrew. Actually, it was Patrick Newell scoring his 10th of the year. Tahoe outshot Utah 16-9 in the first period. Both teams had one power play opportunity. Riley Connors got a high sticky minor, 11:05 into the first period. Tahoe had 2 shots on their power play. Logan Nelson got a tripping minor, 17:21 in. Grizzlies did not get any shots on their power play opportunity. Among the 9 shots for the Grizzlies, nobody has more than 1. Dashke, Machadonado, Messner, Fitz have 1 shot, as well as Manning, Lebster, Arujo, Grant Gabriel, and Riley Connors. Among the 9 shots, 4 of them were considered to be legitimate scoring chances, according to the off-ice officials. Among Tahoe's 16 shots in the first period, Jet Jones leads the way with 3. Adrian Bisson, at least that's what the pronunciation guide says, has 2 shots. Barry Hughes also with 2. Jake Johnson and Logan Nelson also have 2 shots for the Knight Monsters. So we'll see what happens in the second period. Utah is 3rd in the league in second period goals this season. Vinny Duplessis really settled down. Obviously, Tahoe scored on their first shot of the game, but he stopped the final 15 shots that he saw in the first period. Jordan Paperny for Tahoe has saved all 9 shots for the Knight Monsters, and Paperny really has had an outstanding year with a .918 save percentage and 2.57 goals against average. So see what happens here in the second period for the Grizzlies. They've got an outstanding crowd for the second straight night. Utah's had some really good crowds this season. They have had 8 games of over 6,500 fans and 3 games of over 7,700. The largest attendance was on Guns N' Hoses night, where 9,375 saw Neil Shea score an overtime game winner as the Grizzlies won 4-3. Last night, there was the second largest crowd of the regular season, 8,142, as Utah came away with a 4-3 victory where Riley Connors had 2 goals and 1 assist. Military night on March 7th saw 7,706 fans in attendance as the Grizzlies. It's tough to really remember what happened on that night. Unfortunately for the Grizzlies, they lost 5-2 to the Tulsa Oilers. When we come back, we'll go over some NHL scores. We'll also go over some Mountain Division scores in this league as well. After 20 minutes of play, it's Tahoe 1, Utah nothing. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Other action in the league tonight. A few games have gone final. Cincinnati defeats Toledo 5-4. Chaz Sharp leads all league defensemen in goals. He picked up his 24th goal of the season. And the Cyclones hold on for a 5-4 victory, even though Toledo scored 3 third-period goals. Maine defeated Trois-Rivières 4-3. One of Trois-Rivières' goals was scored by Andrew Coxhead. The Mariners got 2 goals from Cronin, and Kalmakov and Vidmar also found the back of the net. South Carolina gets another victory. They defeat the Orlando Solar Bears 5-1, and with that, South Carolina extends their winning streak to 14 straight games. And that is one of the longest winning streaks in league history. If you're wondering, the largest winning streak in league history was 23 games set by the South Carolina Stingrays from February 7th to March 27th back in 2015. So South Carolina wins their 14th in a row. They defeat Orlando 5-1. Worcester defeats Adirondack 3-2. Indy comes away with a 4-3 victory over Fort Wayne. Cam Hausinger, the brother of current Grizzly defenseman Christian Hausinger, scored the game winner. 5:52 into overtime. That game was played at Fishers Event Center. And Fishers, Indiana, obviously hometown of Mike Fulta. Norfolk defeats Iowa 1-0. The only goal in the game was scored by former Grizzly Garrett Sargis. He scored 6:07 into the first period, and Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals come away with a 1-0 road victory at Iowa. Savannah shuts out Florida 3-0 in last night's game. Savannah and Florida had a goaltender fight that featured former Grizzly Will Cranley on the Florida side. Tonight it was Cam Johnson getting the start. He saved 24 of 27 in the loss. Kincaid gets a shutout for Savannah as he stopped all 23 shots. Greenville defeats Atlanta 5-3. So the Swamp Rabbits get their 26th victory of the season. Reading over Wheeling 5-4. Mountain Division games. Kansas City comes away with a 5-0 victory over the Rapid City Rush. Kansas City got goals from 5 different players. Brand Berezowski, Andreoff, Sullivan, and Cotton each found the back of the net. 16 minutes left in the third period. Kalamazoo and Bloomington are tied at 2. Over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center in Allen, Texas, the Idaho Steelheads come away with a 2-1 lead as that game is late in the second period. Quinn Warmoth has the Allen goal. Nevers and Brendan Hoffman have the goals for Idaho. With a Tahoe win tonight, and if Idaho loses in regulation, Tahoe can clinch a playoff spot. As currently the Knight Monsters are in second place in the Mountain Division. Kansas City has clinched the division title. They got a victory today. They had clinched the division even before today. Mavericks have 97 standings points and a winning percentage of better than .700. Tahoe is in second place with 85 points. They are 3 ahead of third place Tulsa, who is off tonight. Wichita is in fourth place with 81 points. Wichita is also off on this Saturday. On Sunday, Idaho is at Tulsa. Wichita is hosting the Allen Americans. So the playoff race is certainly heating up. Idaho's in third place with 79 standings points. But remember, Idaho does have a game in hand, as tonight is game 68 for the Steelheads. And the other 4 teams who are slotted in playoff positions are each playing their 69th game of the season. Grizzlies, unfortunately, are out of playoff contention, but they're looking to find a way to end the regular season on the right note. They've got 4 games left in the regular season if you count tonight. Obviously, tonight's the final home game of the regular season. It's Fan Appreciation Night. The Grizzlies are 13-17, 4-1 at home this season. They will be in Rapid City, where they swept a 2-game series, games 2 and 3 of the regular season. And they will be in Rapid City to take on the Rush for the final 3 games of the regular season. That's going to be next Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Face-off all 3 nights will be at 7:05. When we come back, we'll go over some NHL scores. The Washington Capitals are not in action today. Alex Ovechkin will have a chance to break the all-time goals record as he will face the New York Islanders on Sunday morning at 10:30. Utah Hockey Club's in action. We'll check on that score and the other NHL scores on this Saturday night. You're tuned into the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Mavericks' new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
After one period, Tahoe leads Utah 1-0. We'd like to thank those of you and welcome everybody who saw the Utah Hockey Club defeat the Winnipeg Jets 4-1. Welcome to Maverick Center. First intermission, Tahoe scored 32 seconds into the contest. Simon Pinard got his 32nd of the year. Utah got a 4-1 victory over the Winnipeg Jets. Kevin Stenlund and Clayton Keller each had 1 goal and 1 assist, and Veggie was outstanding in net as he saved 32 of 33, as Utah scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third, as the Hockey Club comes away with a 4-1 victory. Interestingly enough, Utah has defeated Winnipeg twice on the Maverick Center ice. As it's Fan Appreciation Night, team posters handed out to the first 1,500 in attendance. Hopefully the regular pen with the 4 colors works on a pennant, and I think I'm learning that it might actually work. We got some blue ink here, and so the Utah Grizzlies are hoping to complete a 2-game local sweep of the pro hockey action, as Winnipeg lost to the Utah Hockey Club 4-1. Winnipeg outshot Utah 33-28. Veggie was outstanding in net. He was the number one star as he saved 32 of 33. Utah got a first period goal from Clayton Keller. It was a power play goal, 4:24 in. Barrett Hayton scored a second period power play goal 57 seconds in. Kevin Stenlin extended Utah's lead to 3-0. He scored 16:57 in. Mark Scheifele scored Winnipeg's lone goal 2:45 into the third period. It was a power play goal. And then Nick Bukestad had an empty netter, 17-19 into the third, as Utah came away with a 4-1 victory. Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche. Let's check in on them. That game just went final. The St. Louis Blues come away with a 5-4 victory over the Avalanche. Game-winning goal was scored by Robert Thomas. It was an empty net goal, 19:29 into the third. Colorado did score with 9 seconds left, and that made it a 5-4 game, and the Blues held on for a victory. Colorado did outshoot St. Louis 39-22, but it's the Blues that came away with the home victory, 5-4 the final there. Montreal defeats Philadelphia 3-2. Toronto gets a 5-0 shutout victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Nicholas Robertson had 2 goals. William Nylander also with 2 goals, and Anthony Stolars with the shutout as he saved all 27 Columbus shots. Maple Leafs 5, Blue Jackets nothing. Sabres in a shootout come away with a 3-2 victory over the Lightning. Jack Quinn scored the shootout game winner. Bruins over the Hurricanes 5-1. Justin Robidas scored Carolina's lone goal, and that's certainly of note to people in this league, as Robidas, if I remember right, is a former Norfolk Admiral. And he scored the last goal of the game. It was the only one scored by Carolina, so he spoiled the shutout bid 19:05 into the third period. Robidas, a former Norfolk Admiral. Other finals, Kings defeat the Oilers 3-0, so Sid Kanasowicz can't be a happy camper about that. Kevin Fiala and had one of the goals. Trevor Lewis, Salt Lake City native, scored an empty netter with 2:57 left in regulation. Canucks over the Ducks 6-2. Penguins come away with a 5-3 victory over the Stars. Sidney Crosby had 2 goals. Actually, Sidney Crosby had 3 goals. He had an empty netter, 18:45 into the third, as Crosby picked up a hat trick, and the Penguins come away with a victory over the playoff-bound Dallas Stars. Senators over the Panthers 3-0. The shutout was Anton Forsberg. Forsberg got the shutout. Senators scored 2 in the first and 1 in the third. Ottawa 3, Florida nothing, as Anton Forsberg with the 40-save shutout. Devils got a 4-0 shutout victory over the Rangers. Jacob Markstrom picked up a 26-save shutout. Action getting underway in about 10 minutes from now. Golden Knights are at the Flames, and the Kraken are at the Sharks. Seattle will be in the Salt Lake Valley next week to take on Utah Hockey Club. Well, both teams are on the Maverick Center ice, and we'll have second period action. We will skate 5-on-5 to start the second period. Tahoe leads Utah 1-0. You've been tuned in to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. We're about set for second period action. Tahoe leads Utah 1-0. We'd like to welcome those of you who had been seeing the Utah Hockey Club. They defeated Winnipeg 4-1 as they defeated Winnipeg twice on the Delta Center ice. Grizzlies have been an outstanding second period club offensively this year. They outscored the Knight Monsters 2-1 in the second period last night. Utah is third in the league with 86 second period goals. Grizzlies will start the second period with the forward line of Mastrodonado, Luke Manning, and Reed Webster. So Manning's in there. Normally that's a line that Riley Connors has been in, but Manning's in there for Connors. As Pike and Lemaster out there defensively. Puck goes into the Tahoe zone after Manning won the faceoff. Manning over to Lemaster. Back towards Manning. He's in the right wing. He danced around. He scored a goal last night. Tries to throw it to the middle of the ice. It's picked up by Simon Pinard. Pinard out to center ice. Gets back checked by Lepster. Took it away. He'll slide to Diz. Right to Mastrodonado. Over the line onside. Mastrodonado skates towards the right circle. Righty shot. Saved by Paperny. He holds on as we get our first whistle. 28 seconds into the second period. So either Riley Connors is banged up a little bit, or the Grizzlies have switched up the forward lines a little bit, as Connors normally has been paired up with Mastrodonado and Lepster, and that's been a solid forward line for the Grizzlies over the last couple weeks. So we'll keep an eye to see if we see Connors on a different forward line here to start the second period. Draws give me the Knight Monster zone on the right side. Messner's out there, the Grizzlies captain. He's been a heart and soul performer for the Grizzlies, but the faceoff this time is won by Logan Nelson. Knight Monsters will tap it out to center ice, 2-on-1. Nelson to the right side, skates towards the circle. Siren pass out towards McGrew's behind him, as Patrick Knoll is also cutting towards the net. Dashke gets it. He walks down the middle of the ice, now moving to his left. Messner, left circle, lefty shot, hits the side of the net. Puck slides towards the right wing. Gabriel trying to get around McGrew. McGrew, one of the faster Knight Monsters, turns it over. Ness to Messner down the middle of the ice. He swings and misses. Now Berg gets it. Left wing, lefty shot. Saved by Paperny. He holds on 59 seconds into the second period. So good second period shift by the line of Ness, Messner, and Berg. You know, we've been talking about some of the guys that have been late season additions to the Grizzlies who have been outstanding and guys that you want to bring back for next season. I think all three of those forwards are on the ice. Berg, Messner, and Ness are three guys you'd love to have back for next season. Griffin Ness has certainly displayed a ton of skill as he's gotten better as the season's progressed. It's his first season as a pro. Tahoe wins the draw. They skate from right to left here in the second period. Knight Monsters turn it over. Messner gets around a Knight Monster. Puck goes back up top. Right point. Gabriel, righty shot saved by Paperny. Now turnover. Ness. He'll take a righty shot that goes over the crossbar. Puck hippity hops behind Tahoe's net. Puck slides towards the far wing. Knight Monsters will skip it ahead looking for Luke Adam, but the puck was overled for him. Gabriel across the Dashke, back to Gabriel in front of Duplessis' net. Gabriel throws it towards the Grizzlies bench and stumped in by Evan Friesen. As he's on the ice, Cooper Jones enters with Matt Arujo. As Briley Wood out there, so is Luke Manning, who started the second period, so I'm not sure that we're going to see Riley Connors. He's not on the bench as well. Tahoe right side, but Manning takes it away into the Grizzlies zone. He'll race out to neutralize Manning down the middle of the ice, 3-on-3. Steps over to the high slot, takes a lefty shot that's blocked by Brennan Kapchek. Manning gets thrown towards the far corner. Friesen gets the puck. He'll spin it up top to Jones. Jones guides it to Arujo, left point. He'll take a shot that's blocked by Kapchek with Manning in the area. Luke Manning, 14 goals and 20 assists on the season. As Tahoe took it away from Manning, who skates off at the end of his shift. Jones over the line, left point. They'll fire a lefty shot that goes wide, glove side on Duplessis. Behind the net, Troy Loggins off his stick. Arujo battling, but Loggins will shield Arujo from the puck. Loggins danced around. He'll guide it up top. Collins, left side. He'll take a righty shot that's blocked. Good job by Cooper Jones boxing out a Knight Monster. Puck goes up but not out. Right point. It's kept in by the Knight Monsters' Kalen Taylor, native of Oceanside, California. Second pro game played at Clarkson University this year. Briley Wood will sprint out to center ice. And he'll bounce one ahead towards Fitz, but it was overled for him. As Taylor will bounce it off his own end boards. Chalach ahead to Collins at the Tahoe line, left wing. He'll slide it ahead, but that was overled for Taylor. Taylor reached his long stick out, but he couldn't get it. Taylor's got good size at 6'2", 194 pounds. Luke Lemaster behind his net as the Grizzlies spread the ice with Aragon, Thrower, and Fitz. Once again, we don't see Riley Connors on the Grizzlies bench to start the second period. Puck slides to neutralize. Lemaster moves to his left, and he'll skip it in. As the Grizzlies will switch up defensemen as well. Lemaster and Pike on the ice. Riley Connors is out there. He didn't start the second period. He's out there for his first shift in the second period. As Lepster will come on the ice. Thrower stays out there. Siren pass, righty shot, saved by Duplessis. He holds on. As Tahoe found a cutter out in front of the net. kind of a one-time tap towards Duplessis as he shoveled it towards the net. Duplessis was able to make the stop. That shot was taken by Nate Callan, the native of San Diego, California. He played in the EIHL late last season with Glasgow. Callan has 6 goals and 21 assists in 68 games. Connors will take the draw. He missed the shift to start the second period, but he's out there now. He's out there with Webster and Mastrodonato off the draw. Right wing lefty shot by Hughes. That one's blocked away by Duplessis. Grizzlies out to new tries. Bisson collides with Mastrodonato. Both guys wear number 8. Pinard will drop it back to the middle of the ice for Hughes. He'll take a right shot. He scores. Barry Hughes fired a stick side past Duplessis. He gets his 20th goal of the season. And the Knight Monsters extend the lead. It's now a 2-0 game. So both goals for Tahoe have been scored by their top forward line, as the Knight Monsters just threw a behind the back pass to the middle of the ice. Glanced off a Hughes skate. He regathered it, moved towards his right around Lemaster, and fired a pass to Duplessis. So good move by Bear Hughes, the Post Falls, Idaho native. He spent some time last year in the AHL with Henderson. So Pinard gets the assist on the Bear Hughes goal, 3:41 into the second period. We'll see if the Grizzlies have a comeback bid in them. Connors left wing, righty shot goes wide. Grant Gabriel skates around Tahoe's net towards the far side. He jumps around a Knight Monster to avoid a check. As the puck goes back to Connors behind Tahoe's net, trying to feed it out in front. It's picked up by Johnson. Jake's his first name. The other Johnson, Isaac Johnson, is a scratch for Tahoe. Dashke far circle of his own zone. Grizzlies spread the ice. Dashke to Mastrodonato between his legs to Gabriel. Right side, Gabriel will ride it along the wall as Webster gets double team. Puck bounces to the middle of the ice. Sloan Stanek gets it. He's got 18 points against the Grizzlies this season. Over to Lemaster, keeps it in right side. Mester gets double teamed along the boards. Tahoe will sky it just under the video board as it flies into the Grizzlies zone and bounces. Dashke gets it. He'll move it across to Lemaster. The Wisconsin-Alaska Fairbanks product ahead towards Berg. Berg off his stick, the Brock University native. As actually it's an alum. If he was a native of Brock University, it'd be a location. Left wing pass towards Nelson misconnects. Icing is on the Knight Monsters. 15:07 left in the second. Math is hard, and sometimes geography is as well. I think I asked that in Berg where Brock University is once, and I've forgotten where it is. I think it's somewhere out east. Usually, if you don't know where a hockey location is, where a college is, if it's a pretty good hockey program, just say it's out east. You're probably going to be right most of the time. Off the draw, Griffin Ness fires away and missed the net. Lemaster back behind the net for Berg. He wears number 19. He gets pushed towards the left corner boards as the Knight Monsters come out with it. Cholach will fly it over Lemaster's head. Lemaster got a glove on it, so no icing. Adam Berg towards the far side gets it, and he will loft it ahead. Ness has to get around a Knight Monster, so Tahoe collects it. As Artur Cholach, the big defenseman, number 49, ahead towards Newell over the line left wing. Newell will move it to the left circle. Siren passes off a Berg skate as the Knight Monsters were looking for Jake McGrew. McGrew gets up top now across to Cholach. Left wing will take a lefty shot. Kick saved by Duplessis. Messner will move it ahead as he tried to find a cutting Griffin Ness. Ness was nowhere near the area, and so icing is on the Grizzlies. 14:22 is the time remaining second period. Tahoe leads 2-0. They got a goal 32 seconds into the first period with Pinard getting his 32nd of the year. Bear Hughes picked up his 20th goal of the season on a pass from Pinard. Pinard now has 2 points on the night, and he has 61 on the season, 32 goals and 30 assists. Draws going to be over in the left circle. Jet Jones will take it for the Knight Monsters. He has 21 goals and 13 assists this year. Tahoe wins the draw. Joe Fleming, high slot, righty shot. That one goes wide, blocker side on Duplessis. Puck towards the near corner. Pike gets it to Lemaster. Grizzlies spread the ice. Lemaster will bounce it off of Luke Adam. Lemaster gets it back. He gets double teamed and is poked away by Jet Jones. Pike around the boards towards Berg. As now to the far side. Tahoe takes it away. Slashing is going to be the call. And Fleming, he wanted to retaliate. Griffin Ness skating towards Fleming. He's hoping that Fleming will lose his cool as he was shaking his wrist back and forth at neutral ice. But the linesman stepped in before Fleming could officially lose his cool and pick up a penalty. Griffin Ness gets 2 minutes for slashing. 13:56 the time remaining second period. Knight Monsters 2, and the Grizzlies nothing.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Griffin Ness gets 2 minutes for slashing. 13:56 is left in the second period. Draw one by the Grizzlies. They're on their own zone, skating from left to right. They roll towards the near boards, and it doesn't go out. Jones left wing. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Duplessis. Bouncing puck down the middle of the ice. Messer gets it, and he'll backhand it out to neutral ice. Tahoe near the center ice logo. Cap check will drop it back for Barry Hughes, who picked up a second period goal. Ed to Stanek, who goes past him. Stanek chases after. He gets around Lemaster. And so he'll feed it towards the far corner. Utah gets it, and they'll skip it all the way out. That's Keaton Mastrodonato, who will race off the bench along with Messner. The Grizzlies will get 4 fresh tires on their penalty kill. Knight Monsters out to neutralize. Cap check crosses center. Casually steps over the line. He's in the high slot, and he'll push it to the left corner. Jones battle for position. Jet Jones and Cooper Jones, no relation. Tahoe skates towards the right point. Pinard dancing around just outside the right circle, dangling back and forth. He'll throw it towards the near goal line, and it's sticked away as they're looking for a cutter out in front with Bear Hughes. Standing to the left point, up top to Kapchek. They'll move it to the right side for Jet Jones. Jones will get it to the right circle. Tahoe surveys. Hughes skates towards the middle of the ice. Grizzlies poke it away. And clearing it out is Riley Connors. Kapchek over to the left side for Stanek, who couldn't reach it. And the arm is raised by the linesman, delayed offside. Utah will play the puck. Jones will tattoo it off the near wall. Long-range feed goes tape to tape towards Lebster, or tape to boards to tape to Lebster. As Adam over the line will skate towards the left corner. Siren pass is picked off. So they're looking for Troy Loggins. Manning races down the right wing, steps over the line, surrounded by 2 Knight Monsters. They'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Paperny. He holds on with 12:15 left in the second. But good move by Luke Manning. I thought he was going to reenact how he scored the second period goal last night. The 2 Knight Monsters caught up with him. He just kind of spun around a couple times, then found a good scoring opportunity. But Paperny was able to make the stop. Fans having a good time here on a Saturday night. Final home game of the regular season. Draw one by Utah. Berg, right side lefty shot. Blocker saved by Paperny. Knight Monsters get it as they spread the ice on their power play. 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Left wing cross ice pass to Adam connects. He'll slide one towards Duplessis. Logan Nelson chasing after it, but Duplessis covers up as there's now 5 seconds left in Tahoe's power play. They had 2 shots on the power play in the first period. They've got about 2 or 3 here so far on this power play. As Griffin Ness standing up in the penalty box, we'll look at the Grizzlies bench. The Grizzlies bench communicating as to what to do with Ness when he comes out of the box. Tahoe will switch up skaters and prepare for life after a power play with 3 forwards and 2 defensemen. Ness itching to come out of the penalty box. As draw one by the Grizzlies. Garrett Pike will zip it around the boards. Ness is out of the box. Utah's 2 for 2 on the penalty kill tonight. And they are 7 for 8 here in the weekend series. Ahead off a Tahoe skate. Troy Loggins chasing after he gets there about the same time as Lemaster. Lemaster took it away. Loggins pushes Lemaster in the back. Puck goes over to the right side. Collins will sky it towards the net. And Duplessis will block it away. Puck to the right side. Dancing around. Taylor, he'll fire towards the net. And that's blocked by Luke Manning. Puck slides to Neutrice. Messner gets lit up near the Tahoe bench. And the Knight Monsters will ice it. Lemaster will stride after it, and icing is on Tahoe. 11:23 is the time in remaining second period. Knight Monsters have outshot the Grizzlies 20-14. Here in the second period, the Grizzlies do have a slight edge, 5-4 in the shot count. Grizzlies and Mick Messner taking the drives out there with Briley Wood and Evan Friesen. Even with Connors missing the first couple minutes, Grizzlies have switched up the forward lines a little bit here to start the second. Tahoe takes the puck. They'll race out to neutralize. Skied in by Cal Kafuk, native of Michigan. 1 goal and 4 assists in 29 games this year. Dashy gets the puck. He'll nudge it ahead towards Friesen. He got his stick cut off. Puck slides all the way to Paperny. And we get a whistle. I wonder if we're going to get a penalty. We might not. It looked like Friesen got slashed at neutralize. The puck slid towards Paperny. It is an official shot on goal. Utah's up to 15 on the night. You've been talking throughout the evening about some of your favorite memories of the home slate this season. Obviously, Wichita scoring 7 second-period goals against the Thunder on January 25th. That was a fun one. Grizzlies have had a ton of success here on Saturdays. Utah's 8-4 on Saturdays at home this season, and they are 12-8 overall on the road. So they were 4-4 on Saturdays this season. The Grizzlies do have one more Saturday game coming up next Saturday to complete the regular season against Rapid City. Tahoe around Duplessis' net. They're in the offensive zone. Now they throw it to the high slot. Puck goes back to neutralize. McGrew will bounce it off of Lebster as McGrew gets around Lebster, and he'll spin it to his left. Pinard over the line. He's already got 2 points tonight. It's knifed away by Gabriel as Pinard mishandled the puck a little bit. Loggins rolls it along the boards. Puck to the left wing. Gabriel trying to collect it. Hughes over to Pinard. Lefty shot saved by Duplessis. Tahoe centers it from the near corner. It's taken away by Lebster. Now Connors gets it. He's at center ice. He got spun around. Johnson will push it back into the Grizzlies zone. Pinard down the middle of the ice. Lefty shot sticked away by Grant Gabriel as the puck flies out of play. 10:21 left in the second period. So we're about at the halfway point of the scheduled 60-minute affair. And it's been early in both the first and second period where the Knight Monsters have scored goals. Pinard scored 32 seconds into the first period. And then Barry Hughes made it a 2-0 game. He scored 3:41 into the second. Vinny Duplessis has been pretty solid for Utah. He has saved 19 of 21. Tahoe's 0 for 2 on the power play. Utah is 0 for 1. Dashke, Mastrodonato, Manning, Berg, and Gabriel. It's a 5-way tie for the club lead in shots with 2 each tonight. Tahoe has the puck. They skate towards Duplessis, centering pass. Now to the left wing. Adam lefty shot is kicked away by Duplessis' right pad. Knight Monsters dance around as they shield Arujo from the puck. That's number 29, Joe Fleming, the strong 6'2", 207-pound Massachusetts native. Right wing, shot towards Adam as he was in front of the crease. And that one's sticked away and out of play. 9:57 left in the second. As they play rock and roll part 2. If I remember right, when the Grizzlies were in the old IHL, this was the goal song. You know, Grizzlies would score a goal, and this would be the song that played. Fans having a good time here at Maverick Center. Utah's outshot Tahoe 6-4 in the second period. Grizzlies get it. Arujo will spin it round to a corner that's vacated. Players from both teams hustling after it. Jones and Jones. Cooper Jones and Jet Jones. And everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses in this league, including the South Carolina Stingrays, who won 14 in a row. Back towards the right corner. Messner gets shielded by Joe Fleming. Fleming gets pushed by Messner, and Fleming gets divorced from the puck. Grizzlies get it knifed away as Berg was trying to cross center ice. Messner gets around one Knight Monster. He slithers away around another. Messner over to Messner. Centering pass. Shot. Saved by Paperny. There's about 5 bodies in the crease. Grizzlies think they scored. Coltrane Wilson, the referee, waves it off. Goal light didn't go off as far as I could see. Boy, Grizzlies trying to force a centering pass into traffic with Berg cutting in front of the net. Berg trying to force his way in there. And a couple seconds later, there's about 5 or 6 bodies in the crease, and Paperny had made the stop. Berg was in the crease, and he tried to just push Paperny in the net. Then Jet Jones is over there, so was Griffin Ness. Then the puck ended up in the net, partly because Paperny was in the net. Now, we saw a situation. I don't know if you saw the Kings and Utah Hockey Club game on Tuesday. Actually, it was Thursday when those teams played, where LA scored a goal because Cooley pushed an LA player in towards Veggie, the Utah goaltender. And Veggie just kind of slid in his own net, and with it, the puck came with it. And because Cooley had nudged the Kings player into the Utah goaltender, the Kings got awarded a second period goal. Now, is this a similar situation? They say no goal. Alex Lowe, the head coach, says you don't need an explanation. We like the call. Ryan Knaswich is going to want an explanation from Coltrane Wilson. Knaswich is pointing at the video board, probably wanting them to go to replay. As looked like Berg was getting pushed towards the net. Puck crossed the goal line, but if the whistle doesn't blow, fans here think that a goal should be credited. But it stays a 2-0 game. It's one of it's one of those things. If it's not goaltender interference and you don't have a whistle blown, that play continues until a whistle blows. And the Grizzlies are saying, well, we're going to wave off any possibility of a goal, blow the whistle. And obviously wearing the headset as I am, it's tough to be able to hear some of the whistles and things like that, but I'm not sure a whistle blew until the puck was across the goal line. Nevertheless, Tahoe gets a break. It's 2-0. Unfortunately, this season, the Grizzlies haven't caught many breaks and things of that nature. Aragon's kicked out of the face-off circle. Dylan Fitz will take the draw. Face-offs over the right circle of the Tahoe zone. It's won by the Knight Monsters. As they sky it just under the video board, puck ricochets at neutral ice. Newell will roll it towards the near corner. Puck bounced off the top of the boards. Garrett Pike will get it towards Luke Lemaster. And so get to the far side for thrower. Now to the middle of the ice for Aragon. He gets slashed by Loggins, no call. Aragon to Pike over the line, right point. Pike will bounce off the top of the wall. Aragon chasing after it. Fitz delivers a big blow on Nate Callan. Thrower delivers a hit. Fitz looking after a loose puck. Puck slides to the middle of the ice. Caitlin Taylor gets it. Problem he plays for Tahoe. Over to Loggins, left wing, back to Taylor. He fires lefty shot. Glove saved by Duplessis as he slid towards his left. Shot would have gone wide anyway, but Duplessis snatched it about chest high. He holds on with 8:42 left in the second. Really, if you're talking about that disallowed goal, you kind of wonder about, momentum of Paperny getting forced into his own net. If it's a Tahoe player pushing a Utah player into Paperny, and then Paperny goes in the net, as we saw on Thursday night in the Utah-LA game, should be a goal. But it wasn't to be had. There was about 3 or 4 people pushing in the crease, so it's hard to really say. Coltrane Wilson believes he made the right call, but it's still a 2-0 game. One of those that could have gone any sort of way. Tahoe, rink wide feed, angle left, looking for McGrew, goes wide of the mark. Puck bounce to another Knight Monster. Cholach in the left circle, he danced around. Pivots, stops, he gets thrown to the ice by Gabriel. As Gabriel and a Knight Monster collide. Action in the Tahoe zone. Coltrane Wilson evaluating what's going on. Grizzlies have the puck in the offensive zone. Pretty much a 4-on-4 situation. Webster down the middle of the ice to take a shot, saved by Paperny. Gabriel and the Knight Monster both cease and desist. They're both now in the Tahoe zone. Dashke up top, high slot, lefty shot is blocked away by the stick of Kapchek. Tahoe will sky it towards the heavens. Puck just under the video boards, bounces at center ice, puts a dent in the ice, and dumping it in is Cal Kafuk, the 5'10", 185-pound forward. Grizzlies outlet pass to center ice. Right wing goes towards Friesen. He gets pushed by Pinard. They wanted to call for interference to the fans. None to be had. Rink wide feed angle left goes to Stanek. He'll skate towards the corner, jumps around Lemaster. Lemaster will knife it from one corner to the other. Hughes throws it to the right circle. Lefty shot by Pinard, saved by Duplessis. Dashke gets the puck, surrounded by Hughes and Pinard. He'll feed it behind his net for Lemaster, who wings it around far side to Wood. As Wood throws to center ice, pass wide of the mark. Bisson will get it towards Hughes. He falls down on his own. Friesen over the line. He'll push to his left. Riley Wood trying to corral the bouncing puck. It goes over a stick. Wood gets the loose puck left side. He tries to get around Hughes. No slide it to Friesen behind Tahoe's net. Friesen to the near side for Lemaster. Up top to Manning. He's got a lot of second period goals this season. Manning will scoot towards his left, and he'll drop it back up top. Pike across the Lemaster right side. Righty shot. Saved by Paperny. Rebound goes towards the right corner. Wood gets double teamed. He hits the ice. No call. As looks like the referees are going to let them play for the most part. Play starting to get physical again as Hughes pushes Wood towards the boards. Puck slides towards the far corner. Loggins will shield Friesen from the puck. Bisson in the area. As now Manning tries to join the play. Johnson and Hughes protect the goal line. Manning gets the puck. He gets thrown to the wall by Johnson. Hughes gets taken to the ice by Ness. Ness took it away, skates towards the left point. Ness stops, will feed it up top. Ness on the right side will slide it towards the net. Saved by Paperny. Loose puck goes towards Tahoe as Pennard will sky it to neutral ice. Manny gets hit, no call. As Stanek, left wing, lefty shot. Glove saved by Duplessis. And it looks like Coltrane Wilson blew the whistle. He blew it rather early. As Duplessis catched it, he dropped it to keep the play alive, and Coltrane Wilson hasn't made a ton of friends here in the second period. Blew the whistle to stop play. 6:01 left in the second period. Tahoe still leads 2-0. As Duplessis, it looked like Vinny for a second was in the motion of freezing the puck, and that's what Coltrane Wilson saw, and that's why he blew the whistle. So it would have been a good call by Coltrane Wilson, the former league defenseman. Played with Kansas City for a couple of years. Played with some other teams in this league. On the draw, Jet Jones takes a spill. Messner wins the faceoff. Rink-wide feed angle right to Messner, connects. He stops in the right point. Dangles back and forth, gets it to Jones on the middle of the ice. High slot, righty shot. Glove saved by Paperny. He holds on. 5:49 is the time remaining second period. It's the Knight Monsters 2 and the Grizzlies nothing. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
5:49 left in the second period. Tahoe leads Utah 2-0. Knight Monsters with one goal in the first, one in the second. Grizzlies in the second period have outshot the Knight Monsters 12-8. Utah still looking for their first second period goal. Utah does have a second period tally in 20 of their last 23 games. And over their last 31 games, Utah has 40 second period goals. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies. Messner will take the face off. He's out there with Ness and Berg. Three forwards I think that the Grizzlies fans would love to see return for next season. All three of those guys play hard. And I've really been impressed with the skill of Griffin Ness. Up top is Matt Arujo and Cooper Jones, who have been strong additions to the Grizzlies club. And because of that, both guys have really earned a lot of ice time here late in the regular season. Jet Jones kicked out of the faceoff circle. I believe Luke Adam has taken the draw. Former Sabre, former Columbus Blue Jacket, over 30 years old. In fact, Luke Adam is 34 years old. There's nothing wrong with that. That's still younger than I am. Berg gets towards Messner, has to go behind him. Tahoe will carry the puck out to center ice. Jones, he'll stop over the line left side, skates towards the left circle. Hot pass, centering out in front is Adam. A lot of traffic out in front. Grizzlies do a good job boxing him out, in particular Berg and Messner. Jones, left wing over the line, surrounded by three Knight Monsters. He gets knifed away by Jet Jones. Messner fires towards the net and it goes wide. Ness right wing from Berg fires a righty shot that missed the net glove side on Paperny. Adam at center ice will cross center ice and he'll dump it in as the Knight Monsters will reshuffle the deck and get five fresh skaters on the ice. Jones ahead to Fitz down the middle of the ice. Fitz over the line. He'll fire a righty shot. Kick saved by Paperny. Thrower gets the rebound and they'll slide it up top. Dashke across to Gabriel, wearing number 29, second game as a Grizzly. Over to Fitz, right side, righty shot. Kick saved by Paperny off his left pad. Boy, Fitz with two good looks. Now Fitz gets it back. He'll get it up top. Dashke, left wing, lefty shot. That's blocked away before it got towards Paperny. Dashke back to Fitz, right side. He fires towards net, and that's blocked. It goes out of play. Boy, hopefully nobody's hurt. About row 5 of section 115. It looks like everybody's okay, luckily. As a youngster in a red beanie is going to come away with a frozen vulcanized rubber disc. Interestingly enough, you see there's no logo on the puck. The Grizzlies actually ran out of pucks that have those official game puck logos on it. There's one home game a couple weeks ago where I looked around and it got tossed in the seats, and I wasn't sure if that was a game puck, but it certainly was. Riley Connors will take the draw. Played at St. Lawrence University before that. Spent 3 years at Yale University. He was the Yale captain for the 2023-24 season. Now Connors is kicked out of the circle. Keaton Mastrodonato will take the draw. The Maestros averaging about a point per game. Draw won by Tahoe. They still lead 2-0 late in the second period. Knight Monsters will push it out to center ice. It's off a stick. Grizzlies will bounce it off from Mastrodonato. Lebster gets these surrounded by 4 Knight Monsters. So Lebster will dump it in. Chalach over towards Kapchek, who goes under Mastrodonato's check. Grizzlies skip it across Connors, right point. They'll spin it along the wall. Mastrodonato over to Lebster, left circle. Dangles back and forth. Righty shot saved by Paperny. Loose puck out in front. It's still loose. Collins gets it as the Knight Monsters cleared it up top. Grizzlies throw it back towards the left corner as Chalach over to Collins. Collins gets pushed by Lebster. Lebster takes it away as Lebster gets a stick lifted by Collins, but Lebster keeps control of the puck. High slot, righty shot saved by Paperny, and Tahoe clears it out. Grizzlies race after it. Lebster gets a loose puck in the Grizzlies zone. He'll saucer it across the Dashke, who gets the neutral ice. Dashke across the center red line. Casually walks in around 3 Knight Monsters over to Connors. He stops before he gets to the corner. Connors trying to force the puck past Cholach. Tahoe will slide it to neutral ice. Pinard got spun around and got divorced in the puck. Dashke will skate towards the Utah line. Now he'll move it towards Lemaster. Lemaster right wings it to Manning, who steps over the line, stops in the right point. Now he accelerates towards the right circle and gets to Wood. Second pass is picked off by Kapchek. Boy, Tahoe's been strong defensively tonight. Puck up top. It stays in with Pike. Around the boards towards Friesen, still looking for his first pro goal. Trying to get to Wood. It glanced off of his stick. Hughes gets a good back check from Wood. Manning in the area. The puck slides towards Utah ice. Run down by Pinard. He'll skate towards the right circle. Back and forth. Righty shot or lefty shot right wing. Kick saved by Duplessis. Hughes throws it to the middle of the ice. Wood gets it. He'll bounce to Lemaster. Lemaster with a big-time collision on Barry Hughes. Hughes back after serving a 2-game suspension. Out towards the Grizzlies bench. Manning gets it off a Tahoe stick. He'll guide it back towards Lemaster in the Grizzlies zone. Back to Manning, who crosses center ice. Manning shoulder fakes on Jones. Jones takes it away. Jet Jones moves to his left. Fleming trying to dump it in. It didn't get very far. Grizzlies will poke it back towards the Tahoe line. 2.5 minutes left in the second period. Fans take up a Utah chant, which you hear a lot at Delta Center this season. Out to the right side. Shot to score. Jones fed it out in front. I think it's Logan Nelson picking up his 18th goal of the season. As the Knight Monsters extend the lead, it's now 3-0. Fleming's going to skate towards the bench first. Looks like Joe Fleming gets his first as a Knight Monster. He's also got some time this year in the American Hockey League. Boy, the Knight Monsters just fed it out in front. Fleming just kind of forced it past Duplessis. It looked like for a second Vinny had it. But the puck just trickled past him. As the Knight Monsters now have scored 2 goals here in the second period. So Fleming gets his 3rd game as a Knight Monster. He gets his first in a Tahoe uniform. He's currently on an NHL contract with the Vegas Golden Knights. Fleming, earlier this season, appeared in 35 games with Henderson, and he had no goals and 3 assists. So it's his first goal this season with either Henderson or Tahoe. Berg down the middle, lefty shot. Glides off of Callan's stick and it flies out of play. 2:03 is left in the second period. Fleming with the goal, and Jet Jones with the assists. Jones now has 14 assists on the season. So see if the Grizzlies can get a little bit of momentum heading into the second intermission locker room. They've got the hard-working line of Messner, Berg, and Ness. Up top is Grant Gabriel and Derek Dashke. We're going to be talking about Dashke quite a bit throughout the rest of the regular season, as he's been one of the best defensemen in the league. Dashke over to Gabriel after the Grizzlies won the draw. Gabriel, righty shot, glove saved by Paperny. Looked like the shot was going to head wide of the mark, but Paperny gloves it. He holds on. Paperny's hoping that the off-ice officials credit Gabriel with a shot on goal because Paperny wants to add to his save percentage. Same 5 on the ice for the Grizzlies. Messner talking things over with Berg. Griffin Ness has barely been outstanding for the Grizzlies at home as of late. Draw won by Tahoe. As Taylor will push it out to center ice. Collins tried to dump it in, bounced off of Dashke. Now Taylor walks down the middle. He tell you, shot, he scores. Save that puck. It's Kalen Taylor's first pro goal. He fired it stick side under Duplessis. And that will make it a 4-0 hockey game. Taylor, the Clarkson University product, just walked down the middle of the ice. Gabriel was in the area, and that quick wrist shot found the back of the net. As Duplessis is out in front of the crease trying to cut off the angle. So it's a 4-0 Tahoe lead. Looks like they were able to collect the puck for Kalen Taylor. Taylor had 1 goal and 6 assists in 38 games with Clarkson University. There's a couple guys that have single-digit numbers that are very similar sized. Hopefully it was Taylor that got the goal. It's 4-0 Tahoe as they've scored 3 here in the second period. Puck towards the far side, fits in the area. So they'll throw it back to the point. The puck wobbles to center ice. Grizzlies get the loose puck. Aragon to LeMaster on the right side. They'll skate around One Night Monster, but Cholach takes it away. Cap check. Rolls, it hits a stanchion. Josh Thrower gets it. They'll bounce one towards Fitz in the left corner. He shields Cholach from the puck. Fitz trying to roll one towards Thrower to the middle of the ice, and it's wide of the mark. Patrick Newell will bounce it in. He chases after it. Another Night Monster does as well. They try to find Newell in front of the net. He couldn't reach it. Newell gets up top. Johnson fires towards the net. Lefty shot. Saved by Duplessis. And he holds on in the butterfly position. 58 seconds left in the second period. And it's 4-0 Tahoe. And it was Taylor getting his first pro goal with Logan Nelson getting the assist. So Nelson now has 33 assists on the season. Tahoe's got an outstanding group of forwards. And with this being their first year of existence, I'm not sure people really knew what to expect from the Night Monsters this year. You got to hand it to Alex Lowe. He's done an outstanding job building this team. They've got 3 or 4 really solid forward lines. They've got 2 good goaltenders, and they're certainly going to be a threat in the Western Conference. Night Monsters have it back in their own zone as they skate from right to left. Tahoe will saucer it all the way towards Duplessis. We'll kick it with his right pad towards the near corner. Grizzlies from left to right. Get to Mastrodonado. He fakes a long-range pass. Now bouncing off his teammate. Connors back to Mastrodonado across the center ice. They'll nudge it ahead about 5 feet to Connors, who drives it in. Lepster lets it go past him as Tahoe races across center ice. Stanek down the middle. Stanek left wing, lefty shot saved by Duplessis. Puck trickled away from Duplessis, but he's able to cover up as he regathers it with 23.6 seconds left in the second. Tahoe's lost 3 in a row, but before that, they'd gone on a pretty good streak of not losing in regulation. In fact, the stretch that Tahoe has here with the 3-game losing streak is one of the worst ones they've had. They've been a consistent force. In fact, Tahoe, if you look back to February 22nd against Florida, they've really been on a spree since then. When they won at Florida February 22nd, their record was 30-19, 3-1. And they have won 10 games since. So they had 9 victories in the month of March. Tahoe's certainly been a threat in the Western Conference. LeMaster spins it around to the near side. Wood battles with Callan. Puck goes back to neutral ice as it's flopped back in by Adams. I'll make that Luke Adam, A-D-A-M. No S to his last name unless it's a family reunion where you got multiple Adams in there. Out to the left wing. Wood. Time runs out on the Grizzlies here in the second period. Just the 4th time in the last 24 games, Utah fails to score a second period goal. A little bit of pushing and shoving near the Grizzlies bench. Joe Fleming and Josh Thrower talking things over. As now Fleming looks like he wants to challenge the entire Grizzlies bench. Luke Manning looks over Coltrane Wilson's shoulder. Like Coltrane Wilson with a bit of a push on Manning. As both teams kind of lingering for the second straight intermission. Adam having some words for the Grizzlies bench. Night Monsters pointing to the scoreboard. We'll see if we'll see some physical action. Anthony Collins, normally vocal and visible. As Christian Horn kind of having some words with the Tahoe bench and at the same time pleading for the Grizzlies to head to the locker room. We'll see if we'll see some physical stuff in the third period. Things have kind of been lingering through the first 2 frames. Isaac Johnson got hurt on a hit late in the third period in last night's game. Well, Tahoe dominated the second period. with goals from Bear Hughes, Joe Fleming, and the first pro goal for Kalen Taylor. And this is his second professional game. We'll come back and recap the first two periods. We'll also go over some NHL and ECHL Mountain Division scores. It's the Tahoe Knight Monsters 4 and the Utah Grizzlies nothing. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
After 40 minutes of play here at Maverick Center, the Tahoe Knight Monsters lead the Utah Grizzlies 4-0. Tahoe scored in the game's first shift as Simon Pinard scored 32 seconds into the first period with Bear Hughes and Sloan Stanek getting the assist. Tahoe outshot Utah 16-9 in the first period. In the second frame, the Grizzlies had a 16-14 edge in the shot count, but Tahoe scored 3 unanswered. 3:41 into the second period, Barry Hughes scored his 20th of the year, with Simon Pinard getting the assist. It stayed a 2-0 game for about 14 minutes, and during that stretch, Grizzlies felt like they had scored a goal, but it was waved off by Coltrane Wilson. It was ruled as no goal. There was a lot of action with about 4 or 5 bodies in the crease. It looked like Paperny was getting pushed into his own net, and we saw a similar situation if you saw the Utah Hockey Club game against the LA Kings 2 days ago. We saw a situation where the Kings scored a goal when Logan Cooley pushed an LA player into the Utah goaltender, Karel Vejmelka. Puck ended up, obviously, Vejmelka slid into his own net, and the puck came with it. And with that, LA scored a second period goal. Now, maybe you had a similar situation. It's one of those you got to look at slow motion to see and who's pushing Paperny into his net. If it's a Utah player with assistance of a Tahoe player. I mentioned Kansas City because that's where Coltrane Wilson used to play. You know, if you're talking about a Utah player getting pushed into the Tahoe goaltender, I mean, that's kind of a loose puck. That, you know, unless the rules are different in this league, I mean, if the whistle doesn't blow, that's a goal. You're not sure we heard a whistle. We know that the goal was disallowed. They talked it over. They didn't go to video replay, but it was determined to be a no goal. And it stayed a 2-0 game. Joe Fleming scored 17:43 into the second. And Jet Jones with the assist. And then 30 seconds later, 18-13 into the second. Kalen Taylor with his first pro goal. Anthony Collins and Logan Nelson, 2 former Rapid City forwards, with the assists. We've got one of sports' great traditions here on the Maverick Center ice, the Coca-Cola can race. Coca-Cola has clinched the season series championship with 8 victories. Diet Coke and Fanta, if I remember, each have 6 victories, and Sprite has 5 wins on the season. And if you do see Sammy Miller on your screen on Flow Sports, yeah, she seems to be everywhere. She does Bees games, Utah Hockey Club games. She's here with the Grizzlies. She's probably at Jazz games as well. Who knows? She's everywhere. What a gig she's got. She's literally with just about every team here in the Salt Lake Valley. And the cans are off. Sprite in blue jeans. Shuffling. Grisby will throw down Sprite. Boy, Grisby with a check. I'm not sure if that was legal, as Coca-Cola is going to lead with straight arms. As it wobbles towards center ice. It's not a quick-paced race. Sprite trying to close the gap. Coca-Cola and Diet Coke. Fanta trying to break free. Now Fanta, Diet Coke, and Coca-Cola are pretty much in a three-way tie. Frisbee trying to rig the race. Frisbee nudges Coca-Cola. Diet Coke goes to the finish line, and Diet Coke is the winner as Fanta lost its angle and got wide of the mark. So it looks like Frisbee, he does this once or twice a year where he thinks he's funny and he'll rig the race. He thought for sure Sprite was the quickest one. Diet Coke gets the win, and they finished the regular season series in second place. Coca-Cola ends the regular season with 8 victories. They are the champion. Diet Coke with 7 victories. Fanta finishes in third with 6 wins, and Sprite with 5 victories in the Coca-Cola can race. One of sports' great traditions. I hope it's back next season. Coca-Cola can race here at Maverick Center. Well, he went through the goals. Grizzlies with 25 shots through 2 periods. Dylan Fitz had a pretty good shift there late in the second period where he had 2 or 3 looks. He ended the second period with 3 shots. Reed Lobster and Adam Berg also with 3. Grizzlies have 2 shots from Derek Dashke, Keaton Mastrodonato, as well as Luke Manning, Grant Gabriel, Riley Connors, and Cooper Jones. And a few of the Grizzlies with 1 shot each. For Tahoe, they have 30 shots through 2 periods. Simone Pinard leads the way with 5. Jet Jones has 4. Jake Johnson also with 4. Barry Hughes has 1 goal and 1 assist. He has taken 3 shots for the Knight Monsters. Already 2 Tahoe players with a multiple-point game. Barry Hughes and Simone Pinard each have 1 goal and 1 assist. Special teams haven't played much of a factor tonight. Tahoe is 0 for 2 on the power play, and Utah is 0 for 1. We saw some physical stuff late in the second period, and you wonder if that's going to carry over into the third period, especially as Tahoe's kind of separated things in terms of the scoreboard. And it's the 10th and final meeting between these clubs. You know, on the Tahoe side, Anthony Collins has been a physical player for over a decade in this league. Grizzlies has some physical players like Josh Thrower. So it's possible that we're going to see something physical here in the third period. And I think with this good Maverick Center crowd, they're kind of hoping to see some physical action in the final regulation frame here in the home schedule. Well, Utah's been a good Saturday team this season, 8-4 at home and 12-8 overall. But it's the Tahoe Knight Monsters who are looking to clinch a playoff spot. They're pulling their end of the bargain. You know, they're pulling their weight, although Idaho has a big lead on the Allen Americans. And so for that, looks like Tahoe, they will get closer to clinching a playoff spot. But with Idaho coming away with a 6-2 lead, there's still time left, 6.5 minutes left in regulation, but looks like Idaho is going to come away with the win. So Tahoe can't clinch a playoff spot tonight with the Idaho victory, and Idaho stays in playoff contention. It's certainly going to be an interesting race that comes down to probably the final day of the regular season. So let's go over the other league scores. We'll go over NHL scores later on during the intermission. Idaho, we mentioned, leads Allen 6-2. That game with 6.5 minutes left in the third period. Brendan Hoffman and Francisco Arcuri each have 2 goals for the Stillheads. Kalamazoo picked up 3 third-period goals, and they defeat the Bloomington Bison 5-3. Reading gets a 5-4 win over the Wheeling Nailers, as both teams had 2 goals in the third period. Reading comes away with their 31st victory of the season. In a Mountain Division showdown, Kansas City got goals from 5 different players as they defeat Rapid City 5-0. Remember, Rapid City is going to be the Grizzlies' opponent next week. 3 games over at the Monument next Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Rapid City will go into that series a 500 club with a record of 30-6-3. Greenville gets a 5-3 victory over the Atlanta Gladiators. Savannah shuts out Florida 3-0. Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals get a 1-0 victory over Iowa. Former Grizzly Garrett Sargis, who played with the club in the first 4 or 5 months during the 2021-22 season. He scored 607 in the first, and that was the only goal in the game. Shane gets a 33-save shutout in net for the Admirals. It was a road victory at Extreme Arena, 1-0 the final score. In overtime, Indy gets an overtime game winner from Cam Hausinger. His brother Christian Hausinger is a Grizzly defenseman who's a scratch tonight. Cam Hausinger gets the overtime game winner, 5:42 in, as that game is played at Fisher's Event Center, hometown of Mike Folta. Worcester defeats Adirondack 3-2. South Carolina extends their winning streak to 14 straight. They defeat Orlando 5-1. Maine over Trois-Rivières 4-3. And in overtime, Cincinnati gets a game winner from Dante Sheriff, the former Tulsa Oiler. Cincinnati 5, Tulsa 4. We'll come back and go over some NHL scores, including Utah Hockey Club's game as they took on the Winnipeg Jets. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. Tahoe leads Utah 4-0. Before we go over the NHL scores on Flow Sports, there's the second period stats. Grizzlies with 7 scoring chances to Tahoe 6. Through 2 periods, Tahoe has 13 scoring chances and the Grizzlies have 11. Face-off battle has been won by the Grizzlies tonight, 25-22. No power play shots for the Grizzlies, 2 for Tahoe. Both of those power play shots. Although the screen has 2 power play shots for the Grizzlies, have 2 shorthanded shots. Tahoe, both of those shorthanded shots came in the second period. We might just have to do a reset on this entire segment. Grizzlies with 14 hits, Tahoe with 9 through 2 periods. Grizzlies and Knight Monsters are each tied with 6 giveaways through 2 frames. Now let's go over some NHL scores. Utah Hockey Club came away with a 4-1 victory over the Winnipeg Jets. Utah got a first period goal from Clayton Keller, 4:24 in. It was a power play goal with Barrett Hayton and Nick Schmaltz getting the assists. Hayton scored a power play goal 57 seconds into the second period. Dylan Gunther and Clayton Keller with the assists. And then in the later in the second period, Kevin Stenlund scored 16:57 in. Sergachev and John Marino with the assist. In fact, there's a guy with the Mikhail Sergachev jersey sitting right in front of me. Utah led 3-0 after 2 periods. Mark Scheifele scored a power play goal unassisted, 2:45 into the third. Utah completed the scoring with an empty netter from Nick Bugstad. That was 17-19 into the third. Stenlund and Ole Mata with the assists. So it was a great game for Karel Vejmelka in net. He saved 32 of 33. He was the number 1 star of the game. Kevin Stenlund and Clayton Keller each had 1 goal and 1 assist. So it doesn't look like Utah is going to reach the postseason in their first year of existence, but certainly a lot of fun here in the Salt Lake Valley, especially to see the National Hockey League. And if you talk about highlights for this hockey season, you talk about Alex Ovechkin. It was tied with Wayne Gretzky for the all-time goals list. Both guys have 894 career goals, and they've done it in just about the same amount of games. We're talking about highlights. Alex Ovechkin scoring 2 goals in the Salt Lake Valley as Washington came into town early in the regular season, and then he suffered an injury as Jack McBain collided knees with Ovechkin. Later in that game, Tom Wilson fought Jack McBain. Ovechkin missed some time, and you figure that if he can get back in time and if he can kind of return to the form that he had before the injury that was suffered here in the Salt Lake Valley, he had a feeling he was going to find a way to get close, if not break, the all-time goals list this season. And, he's had an outstanding year. He's got 40 or 41 goals this year. And I think everybody's going to be watching tomorrow morning at 10:30 on TNT as the Washington Capitals and Alex Ovechkin will go for the all-time record as they take on the New York Islanders. Other scores in the National Hockey League. There's 2 games in progress. The Tahoe Knight Monsters NHL affiliate, the Vegas Golden Knights, are in action. After 1 period, Vegas leads Calgary 1-0. Also after 1 period, the Kraken lead the Sharks 2-1. As the Seattle Kraken will be in the Salt Lake Valley for the first time ever next week for a game against Utah Hockey Club. Games have gone final in the National Hockey League. Devils shut out the Rangers 4-0. Jacob Markstrom with a 26-save shutout. Devils were able to get 2 goals from Timo Meier. Senators get a 3-0 shutout win over Florida. It was a 40-save shutout from Anton Forsberg, as the Senators scored 2 goals in the first and 1 in the third. Penguins got a hat trick from future Hall of Famer Sidney Crosby. He got goals 28, 29, and 30 on the season. Pittsburgh 5, Dallas 3. Canucks get a 6-2 victory over the Ducks. Kings over the Oilers 3-0. Sid Kanaswich, the Oilers fan, can't be happy about that. One of the Kings' goals was scored by Salt Lake City native Trevor Lewis, who now has 6 goals on the season. Bruins over the Hurricanes 5-1, but everybody with ECHL ties is certainly thrilled as the lone goal scored by Carolina late in regulation was Justin Robidas, who is a former ECHL alum. He played with the Norfolk Admirals a few years ago. In a shootout, Sabres defeat the Lightning 3-2. Jack Quinn picked up the shootout game winner for Buffalo. Toronto gets a 5-0 shutout win over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Stolars with the 27-save shutout. Nicholas Robertson and William Nylander each had 2 goals. Canadians defeat the Flyers 3-2, and the Blues over the Avalanche 5-4. Avalanche are the Grizzlies NHL affiliates. Well, the noise you hear in the background, yes, all 4 officials are on the ice, and both teams will be out shortly. We'll come back and have third period action. We'll see if the Grizzlies can find a way to get on the board, as we will try to jinx Jordan Paperny, who already has 3 shutouts this season, as we will probably say shutout, shutout, shutout about 1,000 times. We'll see if the Grizzlies get on the board here early in the third period. Second intermission coverage sees Tahoe lead Utah 4-0. We're back with third period action on the other side. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Fan Appreciation Night here at Maverick Center. Final home game of the regular season. The Grizzlies are down 4-0 to the Tahoe Knight Monsters. As Barry Hughes and Simone Pinard each have 1 goal and 1 assist. And Tahoe also has goals from Joe Fleming, who got his first of the year. And Kalen Taylor also scored his first professional goal. This is only his second game as a pro. He played earlier this season at Clarkson University. We'll see if action gets physical here in the final regulation frame of the home slate for the Grizzlies. Utah is 13-17-4-1 at home this season. Saturday nights have produced a lot of great memories. You think about the overtime game winners with Neil Shea on February 1st against Idaho. 2 weeks later on fishing night, it was Derek Dashke scoring the overtime game winner as Utah got a 6-5 victory. Last Saturday, one of the more exciting games you'll ever see as Utah won 7-6 in a shootout on retro night as the Grizzlies were wearing sweet-looking specialty jerseys. Webster, Connors, and Mastrodonado are the 3 forwards. Lemaster and Pike, the starting defensive unit for the third period. Grizzlies won the draw and is pushed in by Reed Webster. Cholach is out there with Kapchek for Tahoe and the top forward line, which has been a lead all season. Stanek, Hughes, and Pinard. Puck towards the right side. Webster gets it. He'll raise out the center ice. He got hit in the back by Stanek. Webster regathers the puck, and he'll throw it to the middle of the ice for Connors. Connors will take a righty shot that goes wide as he missed the net stick side on Paperny. Connors had 2 goals and 1 assist in last night's game. Webster will roll one across to Connors. And Connors will lightly tap it in. Mastrodonado chases after it. Grizzlies will make a full line change. Mastrodonado gets a new try, so he'll come off as well. Adam Berg in his first shift of the third period gets it towards Messner off his stick. Messner gets a rough ride towards the near corner. Grizzlies skate from right to left during the period. Kapchek goes down. Tahoe will zing it out to center ice. Pass goes tape to tape. Newell skates towards the left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Duplessis. Finney holds on. 19:02 left in the third. Boy, Tahoe's one of the better passing teams in the league. They got some air under it. And somehow Patrick Newell, with good hands, was able to corral it and create a good scoring chance for himself over in the left circle. McMaster's out there with Ness and Berg. We mentioned the success that Griffin Ness has had as of late. Ness has 7 points in his last 5 games, 3 goals and 4 assists. Messner will take the drop. It's won by Tahoe. Newell will throw it towards the far wing wall. Righty shot saved by Duplessis. Dashke will push a Knight Monster towards the boards. As Tahoe's Logan Nelson gets it back towards Jake McGrew, who's an outstanding skater, will get to the left circle. Now he skates towards the high slot. Righty shot sticked away by Dashke. Dashke, the Miami of Ohio product, will push Newell towards the wall. Grizzly goes down. Messner back to his feet. 2-on-2 battle. Gabriel holds up a Knight Monster. Tahoe gets it up top. McGrew left point. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Duplessis. As he was in the butterfly position, he slid towards his left and was able to corral it about waist high. 18:27 left in the third. It's still 4-0 Tahoe. Fans having a good time here at Maverick Center. We haven't had an official total in terms of who's in the house tonight. Grizzlies have had 8 games this season of over 6,500. And they've also had 3 games of over 7,700. Looks like attendance has been announced. If you're sitting at home, why don't you venture a guess? How many people do you think are in attendance tonight? I think about 2/3 of these seats have been filled here at Maverick Center. Off the draw, Joe Fleming fires towards the net. Blocker saved by Duplessis. Manning gets the puck. He'll race the new tries. He gets around Fleming. Manning with good speed sprints out across center ice. Now guided towards his left. Friesen over the line. Will stop before he gets to the corner. He gets up top to Araujo. He spins it around. Manning couldn't reach it. Jones hustling after it. Fleming will bounce it off of Jones. And Luke Adam will pitchfork it ahead. As Araujo gets the loose puck, Grizzlies will switch up forwards. Araujo does a half circle towards the left side. Now he veers off to his right. He's down the middle of the ice. New tries. Lefty shot saved by Paperny. Shutout. That's what Paperny's got going as Tahoe leads 4-0. The jinx only really works if it's your own guy. You say the shutout for, and then the other team scores. It really rarely works when the other guy says it. Fits towards the net. His shot is blocked by Joe Fleming. Second time tonight, he's shaking his wrist back and forth. Fleming out to center ice. He'll dump it in. Fleming stares down Thrower, who had the audacity of back-checking Fleming to try to deny him from dumping the puck in. Jones behind his net. Cooper's his first name. Both teams have a Jones. Jet Jones wears number 10 for Tahoe. Cooper Jones will slice one towards the near wall. Pass still and fits. Aragon glides towards the near wing wall. Puck goes out to new tries. Anthony Collins with 1 assist tonight will sprint in. He gets towards the right circle. Lemaster cuts off Cal Kafook's pursuit. Puck slides towards the right side, kept in by Nate Callan, who hustles after it. He'll sprint it around the boards. Trey Loggins gets it as he tried to get around Thrower, but Thrower took the puck away. He'll guide it towards Fitz, who skates around Utah's net. Fitz will push it his left. Pike rink wide feed looking for Josh Thrower. Missed the mark as Stanek, he jumps around Luke Lemaster, trying to light him up. Pike will roll it back to the spot he vacated. Lemaster behind Utah's net. Grizzlies in a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. Lemaster dangles back and forth. He played Alaska Fairbanks earlier this season. Ahead to Lepster, tape to tape. He'll skate to the left side. Lepster will stop before he gets to the left corner. Looking for a centering pass for a cutting Riley Connors, and it's taken away. 3-on-2 the other way. Knight Monsters over the line. They drop it to Stanek. Centering pass, Pinard. Lefty shot goes just wide. Boy, Pinard had a good look for a second of the game. He's a good goal scorer. He has 32 on the season. Stanek will roll it along the boards. Cut off on the right point by Jake Johnson out of Bloomington, Minnesota. Puck slides towards the far wing wall. Connors gets the loose puck, and he'll skip it across the dashkey. Ahead to Gabriel, who dumps it in. Colin Kleinendorf says he got a piece of it. No icing. As Johnson off his stick, he'll regather it, and he'll force it off the near wing wall. Berg gets it off the boards, and he'll push it back to Grant Gabriel. Grizzlies will switch up forwards. As Berg gets pushed, Tahoe takes the puck away. Loose puck, Newell centers it to Nelson. Pass connects, backhand shot, and a score. This baby's in the refrigerator as the Knight Monsters take a 5-0 lead. As Newell found a cutting Logan Nelson. Nelson with a nice-looking backhand shot. And went stick side past Duplessis. Logan Nelson's been a Grizzlies killer for years. And he now has 1 goal and 1 assist on the night. Nelson with his 18th goal of the season. Patrick Newell with the main assist. He now has 26 on the campaign. And with that goal, seems like a few fans have headed for the exits. Nelson with the goal, Newell with the assist. Time of goal 4:22 into the third. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Araujo back in his own zone near circle. Across to Jones, back to Araujo. And he'll slide it past Luke Manning, who's trying to get the puck at center ice. Puck goes deep into the Tahoe zone. Big time collision over the near corner. Penalty is going to be on the Knight Monsters. Duplessis will skate towards the bench. Manning has it. He's in the left corner. Up top to Wood. He lets it go past him. Araujo will slide after it. No icing on the play. Araujo accepts the puck behind his empty net on the delayed penalty. Araujo. The Grizzlies will spread the ice. Araujo now skates down the middle. He'll move it to his right. Messer crosses center ice. Gets around one Knight Monster. Right side lefty shot goes wide. Cooper Jones off the boards. He gets the puck. He'll get it to Messner. As he'll throw it up top to Dashke. Back to Messner. Messner skates towards the right point. He'll bounce off of Jet Jones, who plays the puck, and that stops play. 14:45 is left in the third. Grizzlies going to be on the power play for the second time tonight. As Logan Nelson, there's a fight away from a Gordie Howe hat trick. I think you should just find somebody to drop the gloves and complete it. He wears an A on his sweater, and he will sit for 2 minutes. The Grizzlies' power play has been mighty over the last few games. It's the last of a 5-game homestand, and in this homestand, Utah's 8 for 20 on the power play. Interference to the call on Logan Nelson, 5:15 into the third period. We'll see if the Grizzlies get on the board. Messner wins the draw. Dashke and Mastrodonato back to Messner. Over to the left wing for Lepster. He's along the left wing boards. He'll stop, spin around, and he gets it to Dashke. He'll fire towards the net, Dashke, and it's blocked away as Connors is looking to redirect it. Lepster up top. Mastrodonato over to Dashke. Pedals towards a high slot. Shoulder fakes now gets to Mastrodonato. Back to Dashke. Over to Lepster. One-timer saved by Paperny off his right shoulder. Puck goes towards Kalen Taylor, who got his first pro goal tonight. Throws it up, not out. Right point. Mastrodonato keeps it in. Connors to Dashke over to Mastrodonato. Right circle. He'll take a righty shot, and it goes just wide. Lepster keeps it in with good hands in the left point. As Lepster will get it to Messner in the near corner. Back to Lepster. Across to Mastrodonato. I try to get to Dashke and fanned on the pass. As Simon Pinar will sky it into the Grizzlies zone. Vinny Duplessis cuts it off before it went towards the restricted area that he couldn't play it. Dashke gets the puck. He'll move it out to neutralize. Mastrodonato across the center ice right wing. Steps over the line casually. Gets the Lepster. They're trying to throw it to the middle of the ice. Bounced off a Knight Monster back to center ice. Lepster over to Manning. He gets pushed in the back by Fleming. Fleming's a physical presence. He's the guy that's in there to deliver some hits. 6'2", 207 pounds, very strong. Grizzlies will switch up skaters. Manning skates around Duplessis' net. He'll carry the puck to neutralize. Now he'll drop it off as Ness crosses center ice, right wing. And he'll zip it around the boards. Pike races towards the left corner. He accelerates, beginning of their first Jack Johnson. And Johnson will clear it out. Actually, it's Jake Johnson. There's a Jack Johnson I knew from many years ago. Adam Berg over to center ice for Ness. Over the line, gets around Wood. He'll bounce to Pike. Right side, lefty shot saved by Paperny. Rebound goes to Manning in the right corner. He gets pushed by Kapchek. Manning strong with the puck. 14 goals, 20 assists on the season. Trying to get to Ness. It's knifed away. Knight Monsters clear at the center ice. Coming out of the box is Logan Nelson. Both teams are 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Wood over the line as he skates in. Righty shot saved by Paperny. Ness looking for a second chance now up top. Gabriel. His righty shot is blocked away by Kapchek. Stanek will roll it around Tahoe's net. As over in the left corner, Gabriel spins it back to Wood, who looked to center it. It glanced off a Tahoe stick. Knight Monsters race across center ice. McGrew over the line, trying to get around one Grizzly, and Dashke will force it back to center ice. Boy, Derek Dashke, what a player. He's had an outstanding year, and he does everything right. Out to center ice. Puck is dumped in. Dashke after it, and he'll throw it back towards the far side. Gabriel out to center ice for thrower. Tried to feed it to center ice, but nobody was home but a Knight Monster. Tahoe off the near boards to Nate Callan. He'll pitch it in. A lot of natives of California on this Knight Monsters club, and Callum's one of them. He's a native of San Diego. Over to Patrick Newell off his stick. Newell's a native of Thousand Oaks, California. Jake McGrew's from Orange County. As Grizzlies behind the net, Gabriel gets taken away by Troy Loggins. Loggins, native of Huntington Beach, California. He'll drop it off left point as Adrian Bison. Where's he from? Cornwall, Ontario. Puck up top. Cholach, left point. They'll slide it about 10 feet in front of him. Now left point. Lefty shot, save, rebound shot, and a score. It is now 6-0. Troy Loggins, Huntington Beach, California native, played in Slovakia last year. Loggins gets his 19th of the season. And it's now a 6-0 game. One goal in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. As Tahoe will be looking to kick the extra point. They've got 6 on the board. And with that, some more fans headed for the exits. Got a good Saturday night crowd. Next whistle will tell you what the attendance is. Grizzlies out to center ice. Walking in Arujo. He'll spin it to his left. Loose puck. Manning and Arujo chase after it. Manning gets hit in the side. Now Arujo thought for a second he had the puck as it bounces to the middle of the ice. Cooper Jones gets it. Right side. Trying to feather one towards the net and it's sticked away. Adrian Bisson gets held up. Hughes gets pushed in the back by Manning. 2-on-2 scrum over in the right corner. As we played 9 minutes in the third period, Tahoe leads 6-0. Logan scored 8:39 in with a couple assists. Assists went to Luke Adam and Patrick Newell. Now down the middle. Hughes with a shot that missed wide. Puck along the boards. Kapchek, he's in the right point. He'll get to his left. Pinar back to Kapchek, right side. They'll feed it to the near goal line. Now back to Kapchek. Shot and a score. It's now 7-0 as the Knight Monsters kick the extra point. And Tahoe really working the puck around well. They're passing it with ease. Brennan Kapchek gets Tahoe's third goal of this third period. It's his 4th goal overall this season. And just about everybody's contributed to the Knight Monsters attack. Attendance tonight, 6,493. 64-93. It's the 9th largest home crowd of the regular season. His Knight Monsters with 7 goals on 36 shots. Adam Burr crosses center ice, will dump it in. He gets around Kapchek. Ness delivers a blow behind Tahoe's net. Jones in the area. He gets pushed by Ness. Burr gets tripped up trying to buy a penalty, but there's no purchase. Ness delivers a hit on Jet Jones. Puck slides to neutral ice. Joe Fleming crosses center, steps over the offensive line, gets around Pike. Fleming shields Pike from the puck as he skates around Utah's net towards the far side. Now Fleming gets dragged down by Griffin Ness. Penalty is going to be on the Grizzlies. Now Fleming and Ness have some words, but both guys will go their separate ways. Kalen Taylor, who scored his first pro goal, he will carry the puck around his empty net. As Paperny's off the ice, Paperny is working on a shutout. He has saved all 30 shots that he has seen from Utah. Nelson over to Callan over the line. Now back towards Loggins. Left side for Logan Nelson, who's got 1 goal, 1 assist tonight. Down the middle of the ice, Callan works it towards Loggins. One-timer misses wide. He was on a tough angle along the near goal line. Taylor over to Callan. Back to Loggins, the right side. Still on a delayed penalty. Loggins will drop it off as Taylor feeds up top. Nelson, high slot. He'll veer off to the right side. Centering pass. Fleming, righty shot goes wide. Pike touches it up. And so Tahoe will be on the power play. 8:54 is the time remaining, third period. It's the Knight Monsters 7 and the Grizzlies nothing.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Tahoe 7, Utah nothing. Knight Monsters with 1 in the first, 3 in the 3 in the second, 3 more in the third. I'm Tyson Whiting hanging out high atop section 114. Logan Nelson will take the draw as Griffin Ness got 2 minutes for holding, 11:05 into the third period. Oh, big time hit. Lemaster knocked down Troy Loggins. The Grizzlies clear it out. Paperny's working on a shutout. He has saved all 30 Utah shots. I swear the shutout jinx only works if the Tahoe guy says it, not if I say it. That's just the way things work. Pinard and Stanek with the assist on the cap check goal, 9:37 in. Right side, Johnson with a shot that misses wide. Jake's his first name, not to be confused with Jack or John or anything like that. Tahoe out to center ice, over to Newell, over the line. Shuffles, Pike nearby. Pike wins the one-on-one battle, and Connors will clear it out. Connors was added a second goal from Friday night's game. It was originally credited to Mick Messner, but after further review, Connors got a piece of it. He had 2 goals and 1 assist last night. Mick Messner had 3 assists for the Grizzlies in the 4-3 victory. Tahoe dumps into the left corner. Cooper Jones gets it, less than 8 minutes left in the third period. He'll slice it ahead to Lepster off his stick. Kalen Taylor, the Clarkson University product, looks like he's going to be a good one. He turns it over. Manning down the middle, take a lefty shot, and Joe Fleming with a cheap shot as Manning, and now Lepster hits Fleming in the back. On the follow-through, Joe Fleming knew that Manning was in an awkward position, and Fleming decided to throw a cheap shot on Luke Manning. Everybody's staring each other down. Fleming thinks he had been hit a couple times after he followed through on shots, and Fleming thinks that he is returning the favor. Now Fleming stares down the Grizzlies bench. Manning will skate towards Fleming and have some words. Luke Manning's not scared of anybody. You know that, including a guy like Joe Fleming. As Manning took the shot, and Fleming just threw a shoulder and an elbow on to Luke Manning. And then Fleming pushed Manning. He knew that Manning on a follow-through was on an awkward angle. Reed Lepster then hit Fleming from behind. And there was no penalties after all of that. 7:42 left in the third. 48 seconds left in Tahoe's power play. Draws game in the Knight Monsters zone. Utah wins the draw. Dashke fires towards the net, sticked away by Collins. Manning dances around. He gets pushed by Cal Kafuk, and Kafuk gives Manning a little bit extra. Manning fires to Aragon. Penalty is going to be on Tahoe, and that's when Kafuk gave a little bit extra up top to Manning. So Duplessis will skate towards the bench. Manning dancing around. He gets pushed in the back by Taylor. Collins delivers a blow behind Manning. Play starting to get physical and starting to get, quite frankly, a little bit cheap. Dashke across from Donato over to Jones. One-timer saved by Paperny. Boy, Jones with a good look. He's got 4 goals this season, 3 in a Utah uniform. And she's got 5 goals, 4 in a Utah uniform. Cal Kafuk will go to the box. Roughing's the penalty. 17 seconds worth of a 5-on-3, and then Utah will continue with the 5-on-4 power play after that. Trainer is going out to check on Paperny, as Paperny working on a 31-save shutout. Kafuk's roughing minor was 12:49 into the third period. Oh, I know the score has gotten a little bit out of hand here with Tahoe up 7-0. Well, so while you're still here, I want to thank everybody for tuning into Grizzlies broadcast this season. I've reminded about 15 people earlier today that, it's thanks, and it's the last one for a lot of people. Obviously, last one here at Maverick Center, but we still got 3 more games on the road over in the Black Hills, and hopefully I'll be able to get on the bus and join the team in Rapid City to be able to call the games live and in person. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday next week, face off all 3 nights will be at 7:05. So 5-on-3 power play, but the draw is won by Tahoe, and they will drag the puck out to neutral ice as Cholach gets around Connors and around Lepster. Now Connors takes it away. The Knight Monster comes out of the box. Now we're skating 5-on-4. Hughes over towards Connors over the line as Dashke gets to Donato. He's in the left wing. He surveys, now he feeds up top to Dashke, who will slide towards his right. Dashke drops it against the grain to Mastrodonato. We'll get it up top to Dashke. 6.5 minutes left in the third period. Webster to Messner, back up top to Dashke. He'll pedal towards his right. Now feed it to Mastrodonato. One-timer is blocked by Cholach. Mastrodonato gets his own rebound. Dashke across to Webster. He's in the right point. Pinard challenges. Webster gets pushed by Pinard. Now Messner to Dashke. Over to Webster on a back check. Over to Messner. Sharp angle shot saved by Paperny. Bouncing puck off a Webster stick. And collecting it, Simon Pinard. He'll cross center ice. And he'll fire on to Duplessis. He'll make a stop, and he'll drop it to keep the play alive. Grizzlies will make a change. Show with Tahoe. 38 seconds left on a moving clock on the power play. Dashke gets a poke back to center ice near the Tahoe bench. Ness will feed it back to Grant Gabriels. The Grizzlies spread the ice. Now Garrett Pike gets it. First-year pro. Played at the University of North Dakota last year. He'll drop it off for Manning. He'll cross center ice. Manning, St. Thomas product. Over to Gabriel, who played at Ohio State. Or as they like to say, the Ohio State. Tahoe will clear it all the way towards Duplessis. It cuts it off in the crease. About 5 seconds left in Tahoe's power play. Rink wide left angle pass towards Gabriel connects. Gabriel dumps into the left corner. As Kafuk comes out of the box. He did not play last night, but he's in there this evening. As Manning slides up top to Pike. But a good stick check by Tahoe. Nudges it out to neutral ice. Wood delivers a hit on Adrian Basson. Ness battles with two Knight Monsters along the near side near the scores table. Nelson takes the puck, crosses the center red line, and he'll dump it in. Duplessis will drop it for Gabriel. Pike, cross-ice feed towards Fitz. He'll backhand it to center ice off a wood skate. Knight Monsters come back the other way. Nelson and Newell, right side, drops it back for Logan Nelson. Toe drag, shot goes wide. Nelson was back checked and didn't get all of it. Thrower collides with a Knight Monster. Puck slides back to neutral ice. As Loggins gets it in the right wing, he'll dump it in. Grizzlies will set up shot behind Duplessis' net. Jones will move it towards his left. Aragon to Jones. Will ricochet off the near wall to Aragon, who gets hit in the back by Callan. But Aragon's able to shuffleboard it in. Cholach behind his net. He's got good size, but he moves around pretty well. Cholach will backhand it to center ice. Rougeau with a bear hug for McGrew from behind. Jones tried to dump it in. He didn't get the center ice, but it wasn't deep enough for an icing. Collins will loft it into the left corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. Referee Austin Rook jumps out of the way. As Rougeau gets the puck, 3.5 minutes left in the third period. He'll cross center ice. He'll fire it over Paperny's head. He's still working on a shutout, which is now 32 straight saves. Mastrodonato will bounce one towards the right side. Pass behind Lemaster, and Lemaster gets it. He'll center it to Webster, trying to feed it back towards Lemaster. Puck kicks off the stick onto Paperny, who kicks it away. That is an official shot. Utah's up to 33. Tahoe gets the puck as Utah try to cross ice past Mastrodonato. As the Knight Monsters rainbow it out to center ice. Mastrodonato will solicit it back in. Puck off a stick, right side. Connors will skate towards the left point. He'll take a righty shot that's blocked. Pike, bouncing puck, trying to find a cutting Mastrodonato. He missed wide. Right side, Webster. Over to Pike, who tried to slide one through traffic, and it's blocked away by the Knight Monsters, who move it out to center ice. Tahoe with the puck. They're back in their own zone. Grizzlies will reshuffle the deck as the master comes out. Now Pike will exit. On the ice is Dashke and Grant Gabriel. Tahoe standing behind their net as Paperny looking for his fourth shutout of the season. Rink wide feed. Jones or Dashke got a piece of it as it goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. Tahoe will switch up skaters as well. Berg to neutral ice. He'll get to center ice and he'll dump it in. Berg in his second season with the Grizzlies. As Pinard gets hit by Messner. Puck slides towards the middle of the ice. Tahoe gets it. And they will race out to center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. Tahoe will bounce one in like a basketball. Hughes gets the puck as he'll drop it off. Stanek, he's had a good game. He'll throw it to the middle of the ice. Hughes will take a righty shot that goes over Duplessis as it bounces off the glass. Messner gets it. No race out to center ice. Messner over to Ness over his stick. Knight Monsters. It's been all Tahoe tonight. They lead 7-0. Cholach. Oh, Manning trying to pick it off as they're looking for Stanek at center ice. Now Stanek races to neutral ice near the bench area. Across the center. He'll dump it in. Tahoe makes a full line change, and so will the Grizzlies. A minute 30 left in regulation. As Utah trying to get to freeze, and it's sticked away by the Knight Monsters. Araujo pokes it away as Newell's chasing after it. Araujo, rink wide feed, angle left, connects to Manning. Over to Wood, left circle, off his stick. A minute 15 left in the third period. As Tahoe bouncing off of Manning's stick, he displayed good hands up top to Araujo. Now Manning gets it back. He accelerates towards the corner. Now he stops. Now he skates towards the point as he gets pushed. Nelson trying to light up his world. Manning with a shot. And Paperny makes a stop. Callan was trying to block it around his waist. He's probably glad he didn't. Paperny made the save. 59 seconds left in regulation. As it's 7-0 Knight Monsters. Back in 15 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Grizzlies with an offensive zone draw. They get towards the right side. Righty shot. And a glove save by Paperny. He snatched it about waist high in the butterfly position. 53.5 seconds left in the third period. We know there's still 3 games left in the season, but we want to thank the crew for this season. All the camera operators, everybody in the video room, they've done an outstanding job. Grizzlies were celebrating their 30th season of professional hockey in the Salt Lake Valley. And even though the win-loss category didn't quite go in the Grizzlies' favor this season, we still had a ton of fun. Puck towards the right corner. Aragon gets physical as he and McGrew collide. Now Fitz over to the corner, 40 seconds left. He'll bounce it up top. Cooper Jones, 4 goals as a Grizzly, will skate towards the left point. Now he accelerates around Collins. Jones, sharp angled shot saved by Paperny. Rebound goes to Anthony Collins. He'll skip it across. Knight Monsters over the line, 1-on-4. As McGrew skates around Araujo, will take a righty shot saved by Duplessis. Puck still alive. Now Aragon going after Collins. Collins wants to retaliate on Aragon. Linesmen step in. Boy, Collins, he is fired up. He thought Aragon delivered a blow on him. Now Cal Kafuk having some words with Aragon. And now Anthony Collins, who's been in the league for about a decade. Aragon will walk towards the bench. Knight Monsters are very hot. They think Aragon did something that he shouldn't have. Aragon's going to walk to the locker room. He'll get an early shower. 19.2 seconds are left in the third period. Crowd of 64,93. 9th largest home crowd of the regular season. Grizzlies are going to average over 5,000 fans per game. Now 3 officials are talking things over. About half the fans that were here in attendance have left. Quite a few left after Tahoe's 6th goal. And then when Kapchek made it 7-0, 9:37 in, a few more fans headed for the exits. The Grizzlies, in terms of the shot count, it's been pretty balanced. They've taken 36 shots. Reed Lebster and Cooper Jones each lead the way with 5. 3 shots for Messner, Fitz, Manning, and Berg. As the officials are talking things over, they believe that Arian Aragon did something to Anthony Collins, and Collins wanted to retaliate, but the linesman and everybody stepped in. It's probably for the good for Aragon that everybody did, as Collins is one of the heavyweights in this league. He's a guy that knows how to throw punches, knows how to take them. Anthony Collins, a big 6'2", 216-pound forward. We know there's 3 games next week, and we are certainly thrilled to be in the Black Hills next week. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Face-off will be at 7:05 all 3 nights. April 9th, 11th, and 12th. But obviously, we want to thank everybody who attended Grizzlies games this season, everybody that's been watching on Flow Sports, everybody that's been listening on YouTube, which is the official radio home of Utah Grizzlies hockey. Obviously the win-loss record's been a little bit tough this season, but we've had some fun moments, in particular on Saturday nights. You talk about the overtime game winners. Last week, the 7-6 game was a lot of fun. I think the officials are making sure, they're hoping that peace can be restored and there won't be many incidences here in the final 19 seconds of regulation. Looks like with the victory, Tahoe will win the regular season series against Utah, as Tahoe will end up with a record of 5-4-1 against Utah. Utah obviously will be 4-5-1. Kind of interesting to see the Grizzlies without a goal tonight, considering they were one of the hotter teams offensively in the league. They had scored 19 goals over their last 4 games. But you got to credit Jordan Paperny. He's played an outstanding game. If the Grizzlies can't get anything in the final 19 seconds, Paperny will earn his 4th shutout of the season. Simon Pinard has 1 goal and 2 assists. Barry Hughes has 1 goal and 1 assist. Logan Nelson also with 1 goal and 1 assist, but it's been a very balanced attack. Not many Knight Monsters who don't have a point in tonight's game. Even the ones that don't have points are a positive in the plus-minus category. So Tahoe's going to have a power play. Aaron Aragon gets a 3-minute penalty. So it's probably he got a 5 and Anthony Collins got a 2. And so 3 minutes. Obviously, there's only 19 seconds left in the game. Puck will slide behind Utah's net. Duplessis will roll it along the wall. And Johnson, near the right point, he's able to keep it in. He'll shuffleboard it over to Pinard. Jet Jones bounces one towards the middle of the ice. Tahoe gets over to Pinard. He dances around the right side. 3 seconds left. Over towards Callan, who battles with Messner along the near boards. And that will do it. Aaron Aragon got a 5-minute major. He got a 5-minute major for spearing. Anthony Collins got a 2 and a 10. 2 for roughing, 10-minute misconduct. Doesn't matter. This game's over as Jordan Paperny gets his 4th shutout of the season. And the Tahoe Knight Monsters come away with the victory. And with Idaho winning, they don't clinch a playoff spot officially tonight, but they're certainly going to be playoff bound. The record goes to 41-23, 4-1. Grizzlies, for one final time in the regular season, salute the fans that stayed throughout, and the fans salute them back. Fan appreciation night here at Maverick Center. Utah came away with a thrilling 4-3 victory over Tahoe last night. But tonight it was all Knight Monsters. It'll be an interesting race in the Western Conference. Kansas City certainly a strong club, but Tahoe with their very talented forward group. And if Jordan Paperny gets the majority of starts in net for the Knight Monsters in the postseason, boy, Tahoe is going to be a pretty tough out. We'll come back and have the postgame report. The final from Maverick Center. It's the Tahoe Knight Monsters 7 and the Utah Grizzlies nothing. It's the 3rd time the Grizzlies have been shut out this season. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Out.
Well, it was all Knight Monsters tonight as Jordan Paperny earned a 36-save shutout. He now has 4 shutouts on the season, which is among league leaders. Tahoe scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 3 more in the third. Simon Pinard gave the Knight Monsters a 1-0 lead. He scored his 32nd of the year, 32 seconds in. Barry Hughes and Sloan Stanek with the assists. Early in the second period, Barry Hughes got his 20th of the year. Simon Pinard picked up the assists. Joe Fleming made it a 3-0 game. He scored 17:43 in, with Jet Jones gained the assists. Kalen Taylor in his second pro game scored his first pro goal, and he made it a 4-0 game, 18-13 into the second. Collins and Nelson, 2 former Rapid City forwards, had the assists. 4:22 into the third period, Logan Nelson scored his 18th of the year, with Patrick Newell gained the assists. Later in the third, Troy Loggins made it a 6-0 game. He scored his 19th of the year. Newell and Adam with the assists. Less than a minute later, 58 seconds to be exact, Kapchek got his 4th of the night, or 4th of the year. Pinard and Stanek with the assists. Stanek, Pinard, and Newell each had 2 assists, but Pinard also had a goal. And the Knight Monsters, really, it was just about everybody that contributed. Interestingly enough, when you think about last night's game, the Grizzlies won it with special teams with 3 power play goals, and they were 5 for 5 on the penalty kill before Tahoe scored with 29 seconds left in regulation. That's cut Utah's lead to 1. Tonight, both teams' penalty kill units were strong. Tahoe went 0 for 4 on the power play. Grizzlies went 0 for 3. Well, I thought we were going to see a little bit more physical action. Aragon with the spear at the end on Collins, but we didn't see anything after that. And I think both referees and both linesmen, all 4 officials, were happy to see that. Grizzlies do have 3 games left in the regular season, as they will be at the Monument over in Rapid City for games next Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, April 9th, 11th, and 12th. Once again, we want to thank everybody who tuned into Grizzlies action. We know the season's not over. I know a lot of people are talking about the last home game as it being the end. Grizzlies do end on the road. Want to thank the crew this season. Boy, Jed and everybody else, they did an outstanding job. Camera operators were outstanding. I wish we had some of those camera operators on the road. Places like Tulsa and Allen and boy, some of the other teams in the division, Tahoe. You know, we wish we had camera operators over there like they have here at Mavericks Center. Those guys were outstanding all season long. Grizzlies had a tough stretch of it here at home. They finished up the home schedule with a record of 13, 18, 4-1. They are now 12-9 on Saturdays this season. Grizzlies with the loss, their record falls to 23, 38, 6-2. We mentioned Tahoe. They're probably going to be a Western Conference contender. And if they decide to play Jordan Paperny the majority of the games in the postseason, they've certainly got a chance. Obviously, Kansas City's been a good club. And Kansas City, obviously, with playoff experience, having won the Western Conference last year. Wichita's got good goaltending. And if their roster is loaded up, if they get some help from their AHL affiliate, Thunder could certainly make a run. It'll be interesting. Tulsa, Idaho's in the mix. You know, can Idaho sneak their way into the postseason? Tomorrow is certainly a big game. If you're watching on Flow Sports and you have a Flow Sports subscription, I think Idaho is at Tulsa tomorrow. That is the case. That's going to be, I think, 2:05 start in the Mountain Time Zone. If you got Flow Sports, that's certainly a fun one to watch. That's got some significant playoff implications. Tulsa was off tonight. Idaho came away with the victory. Wichita was also off tonight. And so you're talking about Idaho now tied with Wichita for 4th place in the Mountain Division. Unfortunately for the Grizzlies, they are not in that sort of playoff picture. They've been eliminated from postseason contention for a couple weeks. It was a solid 5-game homestand for the Grizzlies. They went 3-2 during the 5-game homestand here at Mavericks Center. They took 2 out of 3 games against the Allen Americans, and they split a 2-game set here with the Tahoe Knight Monsters. As Tahoe, Utah finished up 4-5-1 against Tahoe this season. Fans are filing out of Mavericks Center, and I think we'll say goodbye as well. I believe if I'm able to make the bus, I think I should be able to. I'll be on the trip, and I'll be in the Monument for the 3-game series against the Rapid City Rush. That should certainly be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, no playoff implications for either team. Rapid City will come in with a record of 30, 36, and 3. They will be a 500 club. And for the Grizzlies, they just hope to end the regular season strong. They did come up with a 3-2 homestand here. We'll see if they can find some momentum. There's certainly been some great players for the Grizzlies over the last month and a half. Reed Lepster does lead Utah in points since the start of February. You got some other guys that have performed well. I mean, Riley Connors has certainly stepped up. Griffin Ness as new additions. I think the Grizzlies are hoping that they can secure them for next season. Master Donato is going to give a good effort every night. I've really been impressed with some of the defensive guys. Garrett Pike late in the season, as well as Lemaster, Rougeau, Cooper Jones, and we're going to be starting the campaign. Hopefully, at some point, we'll know about the first and second team all league. I got to think Derek Daschke is going to be part of that. He's been among league leaders in a lot of statistical categories among defensemen this season. Grizzlies did have a first-team all-defenseman in Charles-Edward Dastu, who was the defenseman of the year. Last year, Kyle Mayhew was second-team all-league. And we'll see this season if Derek Daschke can make either the first or second team all-ECHL. Well, now about wrap things up. Once again, thanks to everybody who helped out at Mavericks Center all season, everybody in the concession stands, everybody in the video room, camera operators, everybody did an outstanding job this season. We'll see if next season could be bigger and better, and I imagine it will. Last 2 years have seen quite a bit of people come through Mavericks Center, and it seems like everybody that's been here has gotten their money's worth, and everybody's had a fun time. We do have 3 more games left, and hopefully you'll be able to tune in next week as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. I'm Tyson Whiting, and I'm just pursuing my dream, and that's to hopefully someday, somehow, find a way to get to the National Hockey League. Once again, in 2 hours and 23 minutes, in front of a good crowd of 6,493. It's the 9th largest crowd of the regular season. The Tahoe Knight Monsters got a 36-save shutout from Jordan Paperny as they defeat the Grizzlies 7-0 on Fan Appreciation Night presented by Les Schwab Tires. Next broadcast will be on Wednesday night, 6:50 pregame show, 7:05 face-off over at the Monument. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.